And welcome to episode 4 of your favorite Monster of the Week show. This one. Yeah, that's right. Uh, it's been a week since last episode, but it feels like it's been a month. Like,
Literally,
how are we
why?
supposed?
Like, why was this week so just obnoxiously long? I'm so
It was
confused.
so long.
Wasn't it? I'm glad it's not just me because I really do feel like it's been much longer than a week. But
No, I
I
feel
still
that.
remember what happened in last episode, so we'll be okay. I have
Okay.
like a elephant's memory or whatever, has a really long memory, the opposite of a goldfish. That's right, like the memory that goes from
Yes.
goldfish to elephant. That's
Not people. People are not. People don't get to be at the top. It's just
no,
elephant.
humans are in like the middle. The elephants
Oh.
remember longer.
Okay.
Am I the only one who's heard about
No,
this?
I've heard of elephant's memory.
No,
I've heard of
yeah.
goldfish,
Oh, yeah.
but I thought goldfish was a myth. Like, I thought that wasn't actually how they worked.
It could be. I don't know. I'm not a goldfish scientist.
You're not? This whole friendship's based on a lie.
Yes, I tricked Harley by telling her I was a goldfish
Yeah.
scientist.
I thought
was like-
GM stood for goldfish
Master.
master. There we go. Thank you.
Ah,
That was definitely it. Yep.
Yeah.
Other than the two animals that are our favorites, Riker and Tom, what have you guys been up to this week?
Can you guys hear like the stock noise of dogs outside my window?
I can.
oh, that was you. Yeah, absolutely.
I think they were unhappy about you saying Riker is your favorite dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't lie.
Anyway,
No one's been doing anything? Okay.
no, I didn't do anything this week. I've been taking a break from streaming. I didn't do anything this week. I don't. I played Unravel 2. That's a fun game. It's cute.
I have had such a hard time playing video games off stream recently. I've just been binge watching television and reading like 5 novels in a row.
Oh, I wish I was reading novels.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
They're not like good novels. They're just, romantic fantasy, but I love it. So that's all that matters. Tom, you had a birthday, right?
I did. I did one of those. I'm slightly older than I was before. There's a whole number and
Ew.
everything behind it.
Wait, how
You
old are
look
you?
older.
How old are you?
27.
Ooh.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of
whatever,
gross.
guy.
Kind of ugly, if you ask
Okay.
me. I'm like this much closer to 30. I'm gonna die. No.
Wow. So are you saying I'm dead?
Is that what they? Oh, never mind.
Tom.
Never mind. This is where I swing it around and I say, "Oh, never mind. 30 looks great. I can't."
Well, I look great at 30, but I don't think
You
that
do.
you will, so it's fine.
I don't think
Victor's
I
gonna
will.
die in
I
this
think I'm
session.
burning the
It's a damn
candle at both
shame.
ends. Yeah, exactly. You were doing a great job at
Victor-
being great, being like so
Victor's
nice. And then he dies at the ripe old age of 30.
Victor,
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
Victor
Victor.
celebrates their 30th birthday, and then they just poof.
They expire.
they were doing so good, and then that's it for them. Oh, no, I did a big 24-hour cast, and I'm still groggy and messy and everything because that was just yesterday. But I think I'm fine. I think I'm doing okay. And then before that, it was all just birthday shenanigans, hanging out with the family, having cake, watching movies. It was good. Nice week.
Nice.
Oh, and homework. Lots of that.
Homework.
Yeah, university
Tom
stuff.
goes to school to try
I'm
and
learning.
learn things.
I'm learning.
But like
What?
his passion and his career, it's so stupid. I keep telling him.
That's
That's
like
Can you
hilarious.
imagine? That's pretty cringe, dude.
I know.
Lame.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone going to university. It's not like we're like role playing that we're at university. Definitely not. No.
Yeah, I
never.
definitely didn't drop out of university or anything. I'm glad I did because then COVID happened, so I'm glad I did. But yeah,
Yeah, you
be
got
like
fucking
me.
lucky.
Be like me,
COVID
get
university
90.
sucks.
Be like me,
I-
get like a 4.0 GPA every month
Mm-hmm.
and then drop out.
I did not drop out. I just took a bunch of classes that were not related to one another at the junior college, collected like 3 worthless AAs, and then decided I was done with school.
I kind of love
did
that though.
something
That's
similar.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, I learned whatever I wanted to. I took comparative mythology twice, so that was great.
Ooh.
But I do know that Bella did a little adventuring during our
I
break.
did.
as well. What were you up to?
I went to Colorado. I drove there. It was scary, but I made it. and I was in the snow, and it was snowing. And when you drive through snow, it looks like you're in like a vortex thing. It's scary, but
Oh,
cool.
I'd be scared of driving through snow.
yeah.
I would simply stop the car and then you just get hit.
Yeah,
It
I
was
don't drive in the snow, but my car does not have chains or four-wheel drive, so it's probably wise that I don't drive in snow, honestly.
Mm.
But I'm glad that you're safe and that you had a good time. Your pictures
Yeah, it
look
was
like you
nice.
were having a good time.
I was.
Nice
I needed a
hat.
break.
I feel like we're
That
all
sounds lovely.
there, right there
I
with
feel like
I
everybody needs a break right now. Like we're just all going insane. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows. It's like just do things for yourself,
I
you
feel
know?
very good
Yeah.
personally. We're all here at the table aware of how well I'm doing because I keep being like, "Hey everyone, did you know that I haven't seen anybody except Tom in like a year?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, Holly, we know." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's like really hard." And everyone's like, "Yeah, Holly, we're aware." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty hard, you guys."
it absolutely is. I think we're at the part of the apocalypse movie where like shit was bad and then we have the like ramp up of now shit is worse when you didn't think that it could get worse. I'm really excited for that
Yeah.
part of the apocalypse movie, but let's write our own that's better and has magic
That
instead.
sounds fun. I like that. That
I like
sounds
that
good.
plan.
Yeah. Does anyone remember what happened last episode?
We laughed a lot.
Yeah, we did. Oh no, we
That
did.
wa-
We
yeah.
we yelled at
Holy
me, and I
shit.
was like, my adrenaline was really high. I was like, everyone's yelling at me.
I feel like part of that was you feeling bad and thinking that everyone was
Oh
yelling.
yeah, no, I'm very sensitive. I'm a little sensitive being.
Does anyone want to give the summation or shall I?
I feel like I
You
wouldn't do it
can.
as well. We just
I
think
was
that
gonna
you
say,
do it
I've got-
better. You know
You would
what
do
I
it the
mean?
best.
You
If
just
it's
do it the
funny, I could
best.
I could ruin it. I think I remember chunks and that's it, but it wouldn't be helpful.
Oh my goodness. My problem is I don't know how much is me remembering and how much is my notes that haven't happened yet.
Oh
Mm.
god.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, but what I remember is that last time we started at the college and Victor found on their message board a mystery of missing people in a small New England town that happened to be within, a certain number of hours drive because this city just moves around the continent. I think it was in the Pacific Northwest before, but who cares? And you all decided as a group after talking with Harley's Madeline's crush, Mr. Daniels, to get the classes covered, you all scooted out to this small New England town to figure out what was going on with these disappearances. You visited the home of the first disappearance, a teenage aged first year of college girl who happened to go to St. Catherine's. You staked out the house during the night and then crept into it when the child was alone inside the house and talked to her September about her missing sister. When her mom came back home, wait, no, you went to the basement and got the Ouija board and made contact with her missing sister, whom you found out was deceased. You said Bloody Mary a bunch of times, which you probably should not have. And
Probably
when
fine.
the mother came home and you instructed the little girl to protect her parents and break the mirrors or hide them or cover them, she also disappeared.
Madeline's really
And
aggressive.
that was the tail end of the episode. There was one more encounter with the Ouija board in the motel, at which point you made contact with the sister Stephanie again, and she told you that September was still alive and you think located somewhere on Mill Street. So that was where the episode ended. Did I miss anything?
And also, fun fact was that you said that when we were researching Bloody Mary, that usually the common thing is like you have to say it 3 times, but some myths say 13 times.
Yes.
So
yes, that was a thing you got out of your research. There is an interesting thing about like research versus assumption where Madeline, who knows a whole lot, like made the assumption based on evidence. that the Bloody Mary would only take adults. But unfortunately, assumptions make an ass out of both you, me, and September. So that was incorrect. I do want to tell you that I had already kind of planned for this, so it's not entirely Madeline's fault. There's a victim type in Monster of the Week that wants to get themselves like in trouble and will
no, Bloody
like
Mary.
find that victim type will find
Bloody Mary,
ways
come out the window.
like,
Oh my god.
get in trouble. So it's not entirely Madeline's fault. This child was just asking for
I
it.
felt bad when we ended last session because I was like, I don't know, I like to play Madeline as like kind of like an intelligent person. Like I feel really bad that she like told a kid to break a mirror with a ghost in it. But then I also remember that Madeline is like full support of like open carrying any gun you want and also will just like shoot any monster on sight. And I'm like, oh, actually no, it makes sense that she was like, just break the mirror. I don't know, whatever, just kill it.
Yeah. And like I feel like it's a thematic thing in monster fiction that there's a type of character or NPC that just always finds himself in trouble no matter what you do.
Tommy Dingle.
And that's one of the really cool things about Monster of the Week is that they have like victim types and monster types and minion types that are all like in the book as a way to kind of like give you the GM like a better way to flesh out like each character without just, having to make everything up off the top of your head. So we have that last time on snippet. We see all of these moments.
Sorry. And then I come in like a little piece of shit and I just ask about what's that fuck shit up bar in the corner do, Blue Jay?
Oh,
sorry. What does that do?
It's already slightly full. Okay.
Whoa, what does that do? Sorry.
So if you haven't watched a show on Stories Told before, you will notice we have a fuck shit up bar. The fuck shit up bar is twofold in that it directly supports the cast members involved in making this wonderful production for you all. But if you fill it up, we also reward you for your wonderful support by making things even more grim and chaotic. So if you would like for that to happen, which like honestly, who doesn't want something like that to happen? Then you can give us money for giving you entertainment. It's, a fair trade in my opinion. So that's a fuck shit up bar. You can literally directly.
I was going to call it Your Money or Your Life, but then Hannah was like, no, Holly, don't threaten the audience. So like, whatever.
It's not like there are monsters that can totally crawl through monitors.
No, it's not like that, no.
It's definitely not like anything of this is real and we can directly control those things happening to you.
No,
definitely not.
So. No.
That's never happened before. No. Not ever. Mirrors, though. Mirrors are definitely a place that monsters can crawl through.
Mm-hmm.
Or, reach through, travel through. Mirrors are great. Mirrors are a direct anyway, Bloody Mary, let's get back to it. So you have this is like kind of the mid episode. It's not an entirely new episode. The mid episode, like last time on commercial break, Sting, and then were you already in the car on the way to Mill Street?
I think that we were, yeah.
More prep on the way there.
I think we were getting in the car. We were leaving the hotel room.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we leaving the hotel room with assault rifles or?
I have a small dagger.
Oh, baby. No, don't you have your cool weapon thing? What happened with that?
Yeah, but it's a dagger.
Oh.
And attached to a chain.
It's hidden. No, the chain is like part of the blade.
Okay. You're talking about
it's
like
very
it's
cool.
Okay.
It's pretty.
I was directly asking the two people who have larger weapons if they would bring.
I bring big guns, yes.
I'll leave my hunting rifle somewhere, not with me.
I always have the guns.
Okay.
I need them this time. We probably use the assault rifle.
Right. Last time we didn't. This time we have to.
Yeah, we had the shotgun. That's nothing. Let's take out the assault rifle so we can.
I forgot that you were gonna like shoot down the door into a house where only a 12-year-old.
Yeah, and I was like, "There's a kid in there," and you were like, "Well, we can yell like get away from the door and then start blasting." And I was like, "Oh, we cannot even."
It's a safe way to blast near children.
Oh, and I forgot that Bella has a gold bar that she stole.
I did steal a
yeah.
gold
That's their
bar.
fault for owning a gold bar, to be honest. Like, that's just...
Okay,
Have
okay.
y'all seen the fuck shit up bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's currently at
no.
$66.66, so...
Yeah.
Whoa.
Perfect. Nothing more should happen with that bar. Okay. So you're all loading up into the red VW Bug with a duffel bag full of assault rifle pieces in the isn't the front of the VW? It doesn't matter. I don't know cars. And you're headed to you don't have a GPS, so you would have a map that would show you where Mill Street is in the town. Is that correct?
Yeah, I like to imagine it's like one of those big books. Do you guys remember those? Where it's like a big book of maps and you have to like find the exact like A4 page. God, that was hell. Anyway, I like to think we're looking through one of those.
Okay. So you find Mill Street. It's near but not like directly related to the neighborhood that you were in, where all of the girls from the slumber party, their relatives went missing. So like they were all in a neighborhood, and Mill Street is slightly like separated by a green strip from that neighborhood. But it's also just a suburban area. So do you just head out there?
I don't think we need anything else. So yeah, I would just be driving directly there, I suppose.
Okay. So you pull up to the neighborhood, and like I said, there is a green strip that separates this portion of the suburban area of the town from the one you were in before. And it's probably around like I don't know, like mid-afternoon to dinner time. People are coming home from work. It's looks just like many suburbs. There are houses that are exactly the mirror layout of each other, each of them with, you know, clapboard painted slightly different colors, but still planned to go together. It's probably like, you know, lower middle class. There's no cars on cinder blocks in front yards or anything, but it's also not like perfectly manicured or expensive looking houses. So you pull up to the neighborhood, and like what are you doing? What do you do?
First of all, sorry, the fuck shit up bar is full, so just a heads up on that one. And...
Who's gonna die today?
Okay, I hope it's Victor. Anyway.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Madeline's not feeling the bestest, so she's not going to be the first out of the car because she's still reeling from maybe killing a kid.
You do remember that when you contacted Stephanie through the Ouija board, she did say that September was not with her.
Yeah,
right?
September was in a building on Mill Street, and that's not where Stephanie was.
And you weren't able to contact September, so that would imply that she's not a spirit.
That's true.
Are we looking for the girl, or are we looking for Bloody Mary?
Both?
Both?
Yeah, I assume that together-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a hole of mirrors somewhere here. That would be fun.
That would be convenient. I'm ready for us to all just say Bloody Mary in unison 3 times and just
13 times.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you're joking. Sometimes magenta, and it scares me.
I'm not. I'm ready to just get this shit. Get her out of the mirror.
Okay.
Punch her in the face. And shoot her.
Well, she pulls you into the mirror once again.
I'll shoot her while I'm in. She's probably, if he brings me in, she's gonna bring my assault rifles in too. So.
So Tuesday, you mentioned like, are we looking for Bloody Mary or are we looking for September? Do you remember you saw the image of Bloody Mary in the mirror, right?
Yes.
Did you at all attempt to like investigate whether that person that you saw was a person or just a spirit, or are you just like
I thought it was described to me as Bloody Mary, so I assumed it was a spirit.
I described it as a young girl with a black bob cut and a red dress.
Ooh,
from what I
spirit
has
has
to me.
Yeah, like a
like
bob
that.
cut. Like,
Who has a bob cut?
From what I remember,
Me literally had a bob cut 2 months ago.
Very chic.
Small girl. I don't know. Did I not do that?
No,
I
you
feel
did.
like I
You
did.
definitely
No,
said she
yeah,
has like a
yeah,
bob
no.
cut.
She definitely said the red dress and stuff. No, I think it was the way that I probably imagined that description was like because I think in the dream like I was looking through the mirror, so to me it was like something you would only see through the mirror, so I think I just like interpreted it that way. But hey, maybe it wasn't, and I'm investigating that now.
You're thinking
Oh,
back in your memory is what you're doing
As we
actually. You're
as we
thinking.
yeah.
drive,
Yeah,
I'm
I encourage you
thinking,
to think.
Ooh.
hmm, what did
So
I
you're
think
sitting
about
here
that?
in this neighborhood, all in the car. The car is turned off. You're just like sitting here, and Madeline is sitting in the front seat, kind of like anxiously not getting out of the car. Like, what are you doing? What do you do?
Um, 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 uh, I think I just look at the group like I don't know.
You're the
Right.
chosen one.
I'm not good at it.
I
Right,
wish I
okay.
had an NPC
Okay.
that could just turn to you all and be like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Okay.
Chat.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, I think if there's a mirror, we need to have a plan because I think it will only react if there's one person in the room. Um, I think I know what the spirit looks like, or maybe will act like, or not act,
What does
but
she look like?
like I think she is a like younger, like a child, yeah. And she wears red. This is what I saw in my vision, so I'm pretty sure about it, but
Okay.
obviously I don't know if
Was it a
Bloody Mary can
Victorian dress
change.
or a...
Was it? No. I no. No,
Why
it
don't we
wasn't.
just all go in the mirror?
It was a
That's...
modern
Together.
dress.
Can we even go in the mirror? How would we do that?
Just open it. Use your brain. Just snap your
I mean, if you
fingers.
say it 13 times in front of a mirror, evidently she'll come. But it's odd if it's a modern style of dress, seeing as the legend of Bloody Mary predates the Victorian era. So unless she's been stealing clothes from people that she was dragging through the mirror.
Is bloody a metaphor or is she covered in blood? I just don't know.
I think she makes you bloody when she kills you.
Yeah. I think
Victor,
that's
please.
yeah.
Victor.
She'll try, but
Victor.
she'll fail.
Oh, you've got okay.
I'm gonna remind you last time, I don't know if it was Bella or Magenta who was saying this, but like one of you said when you called Bloody Mary a bunch of times when you were a kid, nothing ever happened.
Yeah, that's what I.
But that's because it was,
that was
13. It has to be 13. I assumed it's because it has to be 13 times, but maybe that's wrong.
So wait, is 13? Is that actually true? I've
Well, it's
never heard
possible. Considering wasn't there was
I think
4
you did an
girls.
you did an actual research roll. You asked the question,
Yeah.
and 13 was definitely yes, you did that.
Okay, cool. Because it was like
That
those
was
4
not an
girls,
assumption.
and they all
That
said it
was,
3 times,
like,
and then
yeah.
someone said it 13th time. Yeah, no, it's definitely 13 times. And remember, we need
Ooh.
to. What was it? The only way that we can get rid of her is if there's no more reflective surfaces for her to jump into. So
Yeah.
Why don't we just look at the side mirror of the car we're in?
there's 2 mirrors on the car.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
a mirror
we
here,
each-
and I like
yeah.
pull the mirror down from like the thing. I'm like, you just jump into here, or there, or like any piece of jewelry that we might be wearing.
Is
Anything reflective.
Madeline wearing glasses?
No, Madeline doesn't wear glasses. She's cooler than I am.
So you're sitting in the car and you're having this discussion. You know it's somewhere on Mill Street. You can make rolls to like get a better idea or like deduce here like what's
Okay,
happening.
can I?
yeah.
I have a skill which is when you need something unusual or rare, roll sharp, and then it's like on a 10 you have it here and now. On 7 to 9 you have it but not here. It'll take some time to get. On a miss you know where it is, but it's somewhere really bad. Can I do that? But I'm like looking outside of the car at like the buildings around me. Can I do that?
So that would be like you want information? Is that what you're asking for? Like you have it here and now would be the information or like an item?
No, it's an item. It's like an item. If you need
What are you
something
looking
unusual
for
or rare.
I'm trying to look where that is for you.
Okay. It's called preparedness, if that helps at all.
Is that one a mundane move?
No, I think it's expert.
Which is after the okay. You have it here now? Oh, here we go. Okay. So here's the thing. What do you need? What are you looking for? When you need something unusual or rare, you also have to tell me what it is. It's not just I need something.
Dang it. I'm like, I have to say what it is. Dang it. All right. That sucks. Okay,
Because
fine.
it's like you
my
say,
luck special is I randomly find something, and then this skill is I think I have to actually ask for it. So
yeah, so you could be like, I want something unusual or rare, and
Dang
I could
it.
give you like a 1994 baseball card.
Cool.
Like that's not helpful in any way, shape, or
Slick.
form.
Dang
So
it. All right. Fine.
Could I just roll to investigate mystery in the area
yes, you
of Mill Street?
absolutely can.
Think I
That's-
will.
Bouger
help?
encourages
There was
us
some
to.
there was some
There's a
leading
hint.
going on, and I was like, I guess I'll do that one
Can
thing
I
we always
help
do.
you with that?
Yes,
Good
come
plan,
on in.
everybody.
Do it up.
We're playing Monster of the Week. We know how to do it.
Woo! You get a plus
Okay,
one.
so you get a +1.
Woo!
You didn't need it. Dang.
Wow.
Easy.
Did you get an improvement for that move or no?
I don't think
Okay.
so. Sorry.
Like you would have chosen it when you leveled up.
Yeah, no,
if
I
it was
didn't.
available to you. Okay. So for your role, what are you doing to investigate? Are you just like trying to find out where on Mill Street this child would be?
I'd like to, and I think I was gonna do it through asking what happened here, like specifically on the stretch that is Mill Street.
I did some more the keeper research, and evidently you don't have to specifically ask one of the following questions. Like I don't know why it's not more clear, but in the keeper part they have like a more in-depth thing, and it's just like I could just answer like any question, which is stupid that it doesn't say that.
That's
Anyway.
fantastic, though.
Yeah. So you're looking around the neighborhood, and I guess Tuesday you're also looking around the neighborhood.
Mhm.
And you're trying to figure out where could September be? Like where could she be held? Is that the thing?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
looking for like any sort of weirder looking houses, I guess, or just anything that looks.
Something that stands out. Where
Yeah.
It's like all these houses are the same. It's just the suburbs. What's going on? Broken glass, blood trail, a mirror on the lawn. I don't know.
Okay. So using your deductive reasoning, you would be like, all right, what if I were trying to hide people or a ghost in my house? What would be the most likely thing? And you immediately rule out there are some houses that are just their backyards back onto other houses' backyards. And you're
Mhm.
like, there's no privacy there. Like the 2-story houses, like people can just look into your yard. Like that definitely wouldn't be the case. You're looking around and none of the houses seem to have basements in this neighborhood, whereas in the other neighborhood you were in, there were basements. So it's very unlikely that any house could just be like harboring some kind of Bloody Mary themed basement altar. But you do see that on the like end of the court, like maybe you're driving up and down the street, or maybe you can just see it from here. But on the end of the street, there are like a row of 3 houses that instead of backing onto someone else's backyard, they back onto the green space in between the 2 neighborhoods. And while you're like either walking past or driving past or just like taking a look at it, these 3 houses seem to be set on a little bit more property than the rest of the houses. Like maybe they were here before the rest of the neighborhood was brought up, or maybe these houses just like they paid a little bit more to be on a little more property or something. Yeah, so there's 3 houses at the end of the street that are backing onto the green space that have a little bit more property that look like a little bit more private, and those would be your like first indicators of like if I'm being a detective, if I'm using my brain, like
Mhm.
these 3 houses are most likely to be ones where someone could have a secret that none of their neighbors know.
Okay, fantastic. With my roll of 13, I get
another question. Yes.
exactly. And I was gonna just ask, with those 3 houses, is there anything being concealed, at least from surface value, that I can like see of the 3 houses?
Yes. You look at like maybe you're like you go up and down the street. I don't know whether you're walking or driving, and honestly, it doesn't really matter. But you like go up and down the street, taking a look at all the houses, trying to see like what's different, like which house could it be? Like maybe you're talking amongst each other because obviously like Tuesday's helping you, but you're the one to see this, Victor, and maybe you like tell the car to stop or like just get really excited or in some way react so everyone else like notices. But one of the houses in the shadow of the trees, like almost to the point where you can't see it, has like a shed. That is very obviously like someone has attempted to like make it less noticeable by like painting it like brown and green or something to make it just like slightly less noticeable that there's this like second building.
That's even weird that they're trying to conceal a shed, because that isn't the weirdest thing to have in your backyard, but they're still like, I'm gonna cover it up.
Yeah.
And I think we should break into there immediately. I've got a shed like that back at my place, which is just the school ground. I keep so many secrets in there.
Don't you have a home?
No.
Okay, we're gonna. Is this a joke, or am I gonna have to speak to you when we get back to the campus?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
So it's a joke.
Possibly.
Get out of the car. Yeah,
though.
I'm just I just like park and just get out of the car.
Okay, so you park the car, and you get out, and you're just going to the shed on this property.
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Warily. Are we approaching the house first, or are we just going straight to the backyard?
You would definitely have to pass the house to get to the shed.
I think we
Are
should
there
maybe
any
see if someone's home.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of gives us away pretty
There
quickly.
are lights on in the house, yes.
Well, only maybe 2 of us can go up to the door. And
Well, we can. 2 people can distract, and 2 people go around the back.
Okay, I know Victor
I
wants to
can't
go
go
around
around
the back. Yeah, so...
Wait, can I go around the back too?
Okay, fine. Magenta,
I'll go to the front.
yes. And we're going to knock on the door, right? We're not going to blow
Just
it
knock?
away with a gun.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so Tuesday and Victor are going to approach the shed while Magenta and Madeline come to the front door.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. Madeline and Tuesday roll 1d6 to see who goes first.
Oh, okay. 3.
2.
All right. So first we follow Madeline and Magenta separating from the other 2 are approaching the front door of this house. It's yellow clapboard with like a 2-story house with white trim. It looks, kept up, but not like they've pressure washed it just this morning. There is like a small porch that has like several plants on it. Magenta, are you carrying your assault rifle at this time?
Yeah, maybe I have it like tucked in my pants under my, but like my shirt's over it, but you could clearly see the outline of a weapon.
Okay.
Like the butt of it's like nudging your chin like a turtleneck.
It's like right here. The barrel's like under my chin, ready to blow my own brains out.
Okay. All right. Do you knock or?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we knock. We knock all right.
Oh, yeah.
The door opens, and a youngish middle-aged man opens the door. He has like black hair and like light brown skin. He's a Latino. He's like shorter, not paunchy at all. Wearing a collared shirt that's like unbuttoned, like he just got off work. And slacks and a belt. And he like opens the door a little bit and it's just like, hello?
I would like
And
to
then
ask a
his
question.
eyes flash to the very obvious assault rifle in Magenta's pants. And then back up to both of you.
I have a query. Due to the fact that Madeline's not a master of improvisation, I have 2 ideas of how she may approach this. Can I roll, and if I fail my roll, I'll pick the stupider option? Can I do that?
Yeah, that's totally fine. You can make your roll first.
Okay.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm going to lie about who I am. So
Right.
Would that be charm?
Yeah, I guess you're trying to manipulate him into believing you, right?
Okay, yeah.
And presenting different types of proof as to what you are, depending on whether it's a smart choice or a stupid one.
No, it'll be good.
Yeah,
It's
so roll
fine.
charm.
I'm not gonna fail. It'll be okay. Okay, it's closer to a fail than it is to a win, so I'm gonna call it a fail. Anyway, So, hi, good afternoon. I'm Magdalene. What's your name?
And he like looks at you and he like reaches out a hand and he says, I have his name somewhere. He reached out, he's Jordan Garcia.
Hi, Jordan Garcia. I was wondering, are you familiar with the Church of the Latter-day Saints?
Yes.
Yes.
I am, but we already have a family church, so
That's totally okay. I completely understand. We're actually here to discuss how you can worship at home even without needing to go to necessarily.
Wait,
a
we
family
are?
church.
I'm not even religious.
You're a Mormon.
Oh, we're lying.
We're from Utah.
Oh yeah, I love him up there. We're gonna talk to you.
See, Madeline's plan here is to stall for time. I didn't think about like getting inside the house or anything. I'm just here to stall.
So you wanted him to believe that you are a Mormon.
Yes.
I love Mormons because I'm one.
And you did get a success on your roll. On a 7 to 9, they'll do it or like he'll believe you, but you need to do something right now to show that like you're telling the truth. So basically he will believe that you are a Mormon and that you're like with the Church of Latter-day Saints if you can offer like some proof to him that that's the case.
What if I give him the gold bar and I say that it used to be bread, or does that how it works?
No, in fact, that can be okay. No, in fact, as you can see here, I'm still going with Madeline not doing well, so this is why I'm doing this.
Okay.
As you can see here, we have so in Mormonism, I'm sure you're familiar. There's the tablets where if you were to look upon them, your eyes would burn out, of course. And we have a replica of the tablet here. In fact, obviously the writing on it is inscrutable to us, and it looks like a plain gold bar. But
wait, do I take out the bar or the
yeah,
rifle?
take out the bar. Get the bar.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I meant.
So that's the proof you're offering.
Yes.
Yeah, look, this is. How would we afford this? Jesus did
We're
this.
simple Mormons.
We're simple.
And so he goes to take the gold bar from your hand and like look at it. Do you allow him to do so?
Yeah, but I'm got my hand on my rifle under my shirt.
On my chin.
Thinking.
Yeah. Do I
So he
shoot them?
takes the gold bar from your hand and he like turns it over and like looks at it and he's like, a very interesting and convincing replica. And he hands it back to you.
Thank you.
And then says, "So, is there something that I can do for you?"
Yes, we were just looking to and I look at Magenta.
Why don't we can read your palm if you stand here and stuff. Just we're stalling or are we trying to break in?
Yeah, we're stalling.
Okay, yeah, we are professional palm readers and we'd love to give you
It's a part of Mormonism.
A Mormon. Mormon
it's very.
We're not very evangelical. Somehow.
We're modern Mormons, very modern. So take it away, Madeline.
As much as I feel like this would be a very interesting. My wife and I were just sitting down for dinner. So maybe another time.
Really? Tell your wife to come out here too. We'll read her future. We'll see if you guys.
In fact, does your wife
together.
have an interest, perhaps, in astrology or tarot or palm reading?
She probably does.
My wife has a 2-year-old who needs to get to bed. So if we could just
Is that 2-year-old a Virgo or what? We can do things.
So you're trying to hold him out here?
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, before you go, so I would remark, when I shook your hand, in fact, I felt, and if you don't mind, I'd like to just like take his hand.
Sure.
Okay. God damn it. Are you
Wow, those are some dense veins.
No,
that means a lot of things.
So how is, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me intruding, your work life, is it troubled?
Okay, so you want to hold him out here to like in defense of the other group. So let's just like you're doing this wonderful comedy of errors routine outside the house. switch back to the people approaching the shed to
Nailed
just
it.
make sure that they're not going to fuck up
We
royally.
can roll
and
with
attack.
advantage now. We've nailed
would
it.
never fuck up.
No.
If you fuck
Victor
up
and
after we
I-
have posed as palm reading Mormons.
This is going to be the fire extinguisher event.
Mormons.
So, how are you approaching the shed? Are you trying to sneak? Or are you just like running up to it as fast as you can? Like,
I think I would try and sneak.
I'm
I don't
sneaking.
know what-
Absolutely.
I
Will
love
you
you have
both
Victor's
roll-
theory of like if I move fast enough, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
will you act under pressure for me, both of you?
Okay. Can I get a bonus for having a move called sneaky? It's only for combat, but I swear I'm really sneaky.
What's the move say?
If you attack or ambush from behind, you get +2 harm. It's like combat
You're not
only,
really
but I'm
from behind on
Damn
anything here.
Are we
so,
causing harm to the
from
shed?
behind the house, but you're not attacking anybody.
at the back of it with a
Yeah.
cannon.
No,
Which
you
one
can't get
is
it.
under pressure? Sorry.
Plus cool.
Oh, thank goodness! I just leveled that up.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Ha!
well, that's a
Okay.
+3. So,
So,
What did you get, Tom?
Tom rolled a 4, so make sure to mark experience for your
Oh, yeah.
failure.
I leveled up.
And what happens is Victor in the front or is Tuesday in the front?
I'd be in the front, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you, yeah.
no,
okay,
I was
thank
gonna
you.
say I think you'd be in front.
Okay, so what happens is Victor is kind of like maybe doing the like dun 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 dun, dun but just like very. I've seen how people sneak in movies, but the lawn is not like there's no place to hide in between here and the shed. Like that's why you were so clearly able to see the shed from the street, is that there's nothing really covering it. So there's similarly nothing to really hide you. And the real problem is that Victor trips over a small like fishing line in the grass, which then tugs on several wind chimes on the back porch. And in the front of the house, you, Magenta and Madeline, see as those wind chimes sound, Jordan turn his head to look and immediately like withdraw his hand from your grasp and be like, I really have to be going
so
now.
far with the
And
palm
just like
reading
shut
moment
the
thing.
door in your face.
Victor, we got
Oh.
so far with the palm reading moment thing.
You should have lied and just said it was windy. You would have believed it. You guys are Mormons.
And then you hear as like, when you hear the wind chimes go off, when you, Victor, like trip over this wire, do you like freeze? Do you try and like make a run for it now? Or what do you do?
Victor would scramble to run. I don't know if he tripped and fell face
Towards the
first. as
shed or
well.
away from the
Not
shed?
away from the shed and probably through Tuesday. Cause like Victor would have noticed that Victor would have noticed that their foot had caught on something, like for sure. If it was just the wind chimes, they would be like, "Oh, it's a windy day. That's not even an alert. That's not even an alarm." But there's a trap. There's a trap. And something's happened.
So Victor, you're running away from the shed.
Mm-hmm. Big retreat.
Are
Tuesday,
you
are you
yelling
also?
anything or saying anything?
Victor would be whispering like, "Go, no, scramble, get out, no."
So given the warning, Tuesday, do you also attempt to?
Is the side of the house one flat straight wall, or
There
is
are
it
windows on it.
okay? But is it like
There's one like I don't know if it's the kitchen or like one of the rooms in the house like bumps out a little bit. It's not just like a flat straight because this is one of the houses that has a little bit of property. The building isn't just like a box. There is
Okay.
one of the rooms that bumps out a little bit, like a picture window sort of deal.
okay?
So it's not entirely flat. Yeah.
I would like try hide behind the wall that is
Right.
like away from the back door, so not the front of. I'm hiding on the front side of the house,
You're
but
hidden.
by
So
the
you're
house.
concealed from the back door, but not if someone looked from the front door.
Yes.
Okay. And Victor's scrambling back towards the car, or
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, honey.
And if you're listening, that there's not much else like going on noise wise around here. Like maybe there's the sound of a television inside that's on, and you can hear like the the footsteps of like someone passing through the house Tuesday, and then the door opened to the backyard, and then someone comes out on the porch. Magenta and Madeline, are you like still on the porch, or are you like you saw?
I like to think that we're still on the porch. Can we see that he's or like hear that he's opened the back door?
You might not be able to hear from the front door that he's opened the back door, but you can see Victor like scrambling towards the street. And Tuesday, if you just looked around the corner, you would see Tuesday like concealing herself against the house.
I was gonna say if we could hear him go through the back door, I feel like Magenta would probably be like, let's break in the front door now, but
Definitely.
I mean, you heard the like charms
The
go
wind
off
chimes,
because it got
okay.
his attention from the front door as well.
okay. I would
So
probably
you heard-
call over Victor, I think. Like, Victor, where are you going?
Yeah, what? I tripped on a little wire in the grass. They got the whole place set up with booby traps.
What do we
Are you
do?
hurt?
No, but there was
He's
wind
fine.
chimes. There was an alarm. I'm fine, but they know we're here.
Should we take out the gun?
What? No,
Maybe.
the gun. They obviously have some sort of like little
Oh.
jerry-rigged security system in the backyard. So we should probably be a bit more careful next time we walk through it.
Well, now they're on high alert. I can't.
Yeah, should we be whispering?
I don't know.
Where are we? Still near the door? Where
yeah,
are we?
we're at the front door, but they're at the back door, so it's fine.
Yes.
What if
Yes.
they hear
Okay.
us?
Jordan or someone is at the back door looking at the backyard on the porch, looking around if anyone's looked at him, which I don't think any of you.
How many, like, can we tell how big that house is? Does it look like the kind of house that would have more than one bedroom?
It's a 2-story house, so yeah.
Damn it. All right. I was like, maybe they're lying and there is no kid and mother. Gosh, dang it. Magenta, do you want to break in?
Yes,
Okay.
that's all I wanted to do for this past 4 episodes. Long
I'm not
time.
even there.
Just
I mean,
go
you're,
in.
like, you said that you're closer to the front of the house because you're hiding behind this picture window. So Tuesday, you could absolutely like back off.
Well, I'm thinking we break in, but
Yeah.
again, cause more distraction to pull away from the shed.
Right.
Exactly.
I think I'd be staying here for now until like I know it's
Okay.
safe, to
So
be honest.
Magenta, are you rolling to unlock this door to break into this house?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. While
So
while
what's
she does
this-
that, I'm going back to Tuesday. I'm reinitializing plan to break
Okay.
into shed.
All right. Absolutely.
I high five you as you go.
So when you break into a secure location, roll plus sharp. So please do so.
Okay.
You got this.
So you get an 8. You get to pick 2. You get in undetected. You get out undetected. You don't leave a mess, or you find what you were after. 2 of those.
Find what we're after and
What are we
go
after, though? We're not-
undetective.
What are we after?
I don't know, something.
Does the
You're
shed
breaking into his home, and I thought from Madeline that it was as a distraction.
Yeah, that's how I intended it. Maybe Magenta
But
has
if you
other
want to be
motives.
breaking into his home where he said that he has a wife and small child to get something, then you need to let me know what that is.
It's up to you, Magenta. Don't let me sway you.
I guess we don't need to find nothing. We could just.
So you
We're
get
just
in
doing it as a
undetected, you
distract.
get out undetected, you don't leave a mess, or you find what you were after. You pick
Maybe.
In undetected and out undetected.
Okay.
Okay, so you enter for the front door, and you're easily able to pick the lock to the front door. It's just like a deadbolt tumbler lock. Your lock picks make quick work of it. You open the door, and here's the thing: like you get in undetected because you see a woman in the kitchen. Again, this is like a similar, like there's an entryway with like a living room and then a dining room and then a kitchen. Like these houses in both of these neighborhoods are laid out very similarly. So you see the like all the way to the kitchen from this door, and you see like the outline of a woman in the kitchen doing what he said that she was doing, which was like prepping for dinner or making dinner or doing something with food in the kitchen. You can smell like something cooking. There's a television on one wall in front of a fireplace that looks like it's not been used. And sitting in front of the television with his back to the front door, who doesn't hear you because you get in undetected, is a 2-year-old boy watching TV,
Good for him.
playing with like a block toy or something like that.
Where's the fire alarm?
There's not a fire alarm.
There's
It
not a
would
fire
be
alarm inside the house?
a smoke detector.
A smoke detector, sorry, that's what I meant.
I was gonna say, I don't think fire alarms are in
That's
houses.
the regional differences.
Like, pull
Hannah
it.
knows what I meant.
Yes, there's
You
a
live
smoke
at the
detector
school?
probably on the ceiling in the kitchen. Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, I was hoping it was...
Light a fire.
No, I was hoping it wasn't like in the kitchen. I was hoping it was like close to the door or something. Because then I would be able to be like, ooh, but I can't if it's in the kitchen where the lady is. Is there anywhere where we're able to like, is there like a corner on the bottom floor we're able to slink off to? Or like, do we have to go up the stairs if we're trying to like get to a room where nobody is?
There is probably like a door or an archway off of the entry where there's like a formal dining room. Maybe it's like an office. There's one downstairs, and then there's also the stairs to go upstairs. But the stairs, it's likely that you would have to go towards the back door and then up the stairs. So you
Okay.
might run into whomever, or you might be seen by the woman in the kitchen. Right now, nobody sees you.
I'm looking at Magenta.
What do we do? You're the smart one or whatever. I just want to start blasting. So
Oh,
if you
no.
don't decide, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Let's. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Upstairs. We'll go upstairs.
Okay, let's go.
Which means we have to try and sneak past the
Okay,
guy. Which means.
can you act under pressure for me, both of you? That's plus cool, I believe.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Ooh.
So, under pressure, on the 7 to 9, I'm going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
Okay.
Ooh, make us pay a price.
Do we each
You
do we get to individually pick?
You can get upstairs. You cannot do so without either the child seeing you, the mother seeing you, or whomever's at the back door potentially seeing you. So you have the choice.
The child. They won't know shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the kid.
They're a 2-year-old.
2-year-olds can't even do algebra. They can't even
They can't
recognize a
do
face.
anything.
They think that we're aliens. They think that we're the Greys.
Okay, so you rush to go up the stairs, and in your rush, the child definitely like notices, like turns around, like sees you, but you're just like, we're going. And the woman in the kitchen and whomever's at the back door, who is at this point now like turning around to come back inside, having not seen anybody around the shed, turning around to come back inside. You managed to get upstairs before.
Almost like we didn't need to break in, and he would have just. Oh God. Okay. Anyway.
So, let's see. You hear the back door close, Victor and Tuesday. Are you gonna attempt it again?
Back in the saddle.
You know what? I want to do something. Can I try to read a bad situation just for the whole of the backyard?
Let's see. Let me look at what this move
Creativity.
Juicy.
I love to
I
see
think it
it.
applies.
does. Yeah, I
Wow,
would say
Victor.
it applies for sure. Like the bad situation being this is obviously a booby-trapped shed.
I love
it's
have
not
Victor
a
on a
good
date being like, I'd
situation.
like to read a bad situation.
Okay, all right, Victor, you can read a bad situation. Roll plus sharp.
Okay. Can I have another hunt, or is it Hunter, or can I have somebody else also look into it? Is that okay?
You can
Sorry.
have Tuesday be assisting you in this role with the
Maybe
help action if you would like.
Would you- Are
Yeah.
you free to? Yes, thank you. I need it.
And is that
So
that's
plus
just cool?
to help out, yeah.
Boo! 9.
So the 9 means you get +1 to your roll, but you
Okay.
also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
So-
And you got 6, but it turns into a 7. Or did you add the +1 already?
I have not added a +1. No.
Okay.
Okay, so that turns into a
Ooh.
7. So you get 1 hold. You can ask me, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What is most vulnerable to me? Or what's the best way to protect the victim?
Oh, a lot of those are so good.
Yeah.
A lot of- Good. And I was really hoping to get that 10 plus for 3 hold, but I'm
Unless
gonna
the
ask.
situation changes significantly, you could only read a bad situation once. But
Oh,
someone else could.
Can you
Um,
spend like could Tom spend luck to get the 10?
yes, you absolutely could get the 12 with luck.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I like that
Oh.
Okay.
God,
suggestion.
okay.
So spend your
Hell yeah.
luck. Do you have a thing that happens when you spend your luck?
I remember it being not special. Pick an aspect of the situation. The keeper will tell you what other conspiracies that aspect connects to. So,
Okay.
the shit.
They're preppers.
Yeah, I don't know that anything like in this specific environment of a backyard where a shed has been booby trapped, like you're just getting information about booby traps, about like preppers, about what you know has been hidden in sheds before, like I don't know, serial
People.
killer, like
Yeah, people.
No.
Okay, but you get a 12, so now you have 3 holds to ask those questions. Would you like to ask one of them now?
Yes. Are there any other dangers that we haven't noticed yet, other than that one booby trap? Are there more?
In the backyard, there like that there was you can probably pick out through the grass that there are other similar wires, but now that you're like looking out for them, like you could definitely avoid them. Other dangers would be like you can see from where you are now that you're paying attention that the shed is also locked. At the very least with just a padlock, like a heavy padlock. You haven't looked around the back of the shed, but like there's the potential for there to be like other things that you can't see from where you are. And inevitably there's things inside the shed that are also going to be like if something is being concealed in this manner, there's probably stuff inside the shed that is dangerous, but from here you cannot see what they are.
Okay.
So I would say that what you know is like you can see where the other wires are that would alert someone inside the house, and you can see that there's a lock that would need to be picked to get into the shed itself. But there's also another thing that you would probably get from are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Is that what you're the other thing that you hear is like maybe while you're surveying this and Victor is just like like very quiet, like looking out for everything and doing their like I don't know 007 moves. You maybe you don't realize that you're listening as hard as you are. But you hear the sound of what is probably Madeline and Magenta going up the stairs. Like you hear that. You hear the noise of like a person coming back from the back door. You hear like the sound of like someone moving around in another space, which you assume is the kitchen. Probably you don't hear the 2-year-old because they're lighter than the other people. But as you hear the person coming back from the front door, you hear like muffled noise of that person talking to another person in the house, and their voice sounds like masculine, like it's probably not the person who was in the kitchen, having seen like their outline before. That person, you like they could have a deeper voice, but you doubt it. So you suspect from what you're hearing that there is a third person, adult person in the house. And that would be another danger that you might not have noticed before.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay all of that to Tuesday. But I would also like to ask what the best way into this shed is. If there's any like weak point I could exploit, or if it's just that padlocked front door.
You, Victor, think of all the ways that you would break into a potential shed. There are no windows that you can see. And you think about like, okay, well, like if we got an axe, or like maybe we could use her like dagger to like hack at the back wall so that they couldn't see. But like in your head, you're thinking through all of these potential outcomes. And the easiest one is Magenta picks locks. Just have her pick the lock and we can get in quickly, which is the most safe way to get in versus trying to like hack at the side of the building without someone noticing you over time. Like that's still the best way to get in.
Okay.
Because you have a burglar with you, that's the best way.
I am the crooked.
Unfortunately,
so.
we are
true.
separated. So that's
that's the
Currently
worst of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tuesday.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of booby traps. There's a lock on the front. I don't have any way to get through this lock.
Yeah, it's so they're really trying to hide something here, whoever owns this place.
Oh, for sure. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping it's not something like I don't know, a Fabergé egg collection and that we're actually on the right foot here. But to find that out, we're going to have to break in and we're going to need my cousin Magenta. So we might have to break into the house too. Maybe sneak in. Maybe, I don't know.
Wait,
I'm kind of.
As the GM, I'm going to offer you something.
Okay, sure.
You
I like
can
this.
absolutely be like, you can time skip and be like, we've got more information now. Let's come back more prepared another time. Like, it does not have to be right now. There is a time limit because there's a child missing, but I'm letting you know that you can come back when you're more prepared and you don't have to continue batting your head against the bad
Can we
situation.
come back at night, maybe? Like, could we do
Yes,
that?
you can.
Okay, I was
That
thinking
makes
if we come back
so
in the
much
evening,
easier.
because it's not
You can
nighttime
decide
right now.
to be like, let's come back later or let's wait.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't
Do
all
we-
have to be right now.
I hate this daytime shit.
Do
I'm
we
tired.
have
I thought it was
phones
night.
though?
I don't know if you've ever narrated that you have.
We have like, we would have like,
Mm.
like flip mobile, like Nokias, like
They
like
exist in
brick
this
Nokias.
time, yes.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of being like, okay, let's just call Magenta. She'll have her phone on silent, and then like upstairs they just hear.
I mean, I'm okay with us time skipping because me
Yeah,
and Hunter
yeah,
picked
sure.
to get out undetected, right? Or did we
Okay, like this. Okay,
Get some
So-
McDonald's.
you're upstairs. Like, let's say Victor and Tuesday are figuring this shit out and like surveying the land. You two are upstairs. Did you like? Are you in the hallway or like? Did you duck into a bedroom?
I imagine we ducked into a bedroom.
I-
That's how
yeah,
was
same,
conceptualizing
same.
it.
It's definitely the kids' room. That you
Right.
ducked into. So it's like classic decked out nursery
there a mirror?
situation. And what are you doing in the kids' room? Like, are you, let's just say like you were smart enough that you are in a room that has a window that's facing the same side of the house. Like, you could look down out of the window and see Tuesday and Victor. Like,
Is there a mirror in the room?
yes.
Can I investigate the mirror with my little investigate button?
Ooh.
Investigate mystery?
You're not alone in the room, right? You're
no,
with
I'm with Magenta.
yes, you can investigate the mirror if you would like to roll investigation. I will
Okay.
give you straight up, like, there's nothing like that shows you just looking at it that this mirror is any different than like any mirror. It doesn't have like blood on it or anything.
Yeah, okay. Magenta, do you want to help me with my roll, maybe?
Oh wait, how do I do
You
that?
roll
I don't
plus
think that would be
cool.
enough.
plus cool?
It would
Okay.
just be a 6 though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still fail. Yeah, so I failed. Okay.
The
What happens when I fail?
What happens when you fail is
Oh.
like you're investigating, like you're looking around. This is like a kid's room, like you're looking at the mirror. Magenta, like I assume that you're all trying to be quiet so that you don't like get in or get out undetected. And what happens is like you hear the door squeak, and when you look to the door, there's a 2-year-old looking at you.
Oh.
Who followed you up the stairs when they saw you enter their house.
Oh, hey, little kid. I'm the Tooth Fairy, and this is the Easter Bunny.
And they come in and they like give you their block that they were playing with.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you
Wow.
so much.
here,
And
do
then
you
they
want one
start
of these?
tugging at your
Give them a
pants,
bullet.
Magenta, where the butt of your rifle is.
I was thinking of just giving them like a little bullet. Like, here, we'll just, take that.
No,
Play with that.
No, you can't give small
Oh,
babies to
it's-
children. They
it's-
choke. They
It's
choke
not
on
the gun.
bullets.
It's not
No,
the
but they'll
gun. It's
choke on a
too
bullet.
big.
They can choke
This
on a
is
bullet.
this is a big ass
I mean,
bullet.
assault rifle bullet is like.
All right, I guess maybe, yeah, fine.
Just-
Give
just
the
here.
bullet to the
Here.
kid.
Here, just take
So,
this.
What an
The kid takes the
explosive.
bullet and immediately puts it in his mouth.
Aw,
And
how
it's
cute!
just, like,
I want a baby.
chewing on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aw, that's
We should
adorable.
we should probably get out.
Okay.
Through the window.
And the kid is like holding on
When
to
you're
that
older, you can use
Magenta's
that bullet.
pants at this point.
Okay, let go of my pants, you little shit. I gotta go, but have fun with the bullet. When you're older, you can use it.
Is it
That's
like
right.
high enough where like if like Victor or Tuesday would just like lift their arms up, they could help me out the window or anything like that? Or is it too
It's
high?
a 2-story building and they're not 10 feet tall. So
I
like,
don't know if
We could
regional
jump. We could jump.
differences. I'm
We could make this
Australian.
jump. We could make this jump.
I mean, the last time
This
you
is
jumped out
the
of a building, you
second
just
time.
had the air knocked out of you
Yes,
for a
the
minute.
second time I'm just
Break
Tom
your
cruising
legs.
out of
Who's-
a window.
2 stories isn't that bad, I will say.
Okay.
You just gotta land right.
What
the
do we
worst.
what do we roll
Land
to
on the
jump out of
grass.
a window again? Is it tough?
Act under pressure.
Okay, what's your cool, Magenta?
My cool is at 2.
So should you help me with my roll, but then I won't, and then I'll maybe be able to help you with your roll, but I'll be on the ground. I don't know if we can both help each other out the window because I have 0.
How about the people on the ground help the guys up top? You guys jump down and
Perfect.
catch
Your
them.
brain.
There
That's
you go.
amazing.
Individual. There.
Okay.
I'm very cool.
All right, I'm jumping.
Oh, that wink.
I'm gonna
jumping.
not jump on Tuesday because she's my student. So.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah.
Magenta, you rolled cool, you rolled a
Yeah.
9. You have experience with entering and exiting buildings in precarious situations. So yeah, and because you marked like get out undetected, like you like jump out the window and do like a tuck and roll, and like maybe your ankles hurt a bit, but not sprained or anything like that. And you don't like, you just do like a huh when you hit the ground, but it's not actually like loud enough for someone inside to notice. But you do see, because Magenta left first, Madeline, you're still in the room, and the kid starts to look like really sad. And like I don't know if he offered the block to
It was
you or to
me.
Magenta. Like I don't know who had the block.
I
So
had the block.
he's holding the
Just keep the
the
block.
bullet like in his mouth.
Cute.
And, like sees Magenta like just jump out the window, and he can't like get to the top of the window, so he's just kind of like trying to like pull himself up to be able to see out the window,
How is take the kid
and
away
like whining a little bit.
Oh, hey, can 2-year-olds talk? I don't know how children work. They
Some
can't.
2-year-olds can't they can say things, but they don't have like clear
Yeah.
sentences or-
Okay.
Madeline, jump.
No, I have a query.
we all
Can
take
I
out the
have
window?
you know those books where it's like, here's a picture and then a word underneath it? Can I roll preparedness to try and have one of those books, please? So I can
I mean, there's books in this
communicate with the
kid's room.
child?
It's a kid's room.
Oh, all right. Well, does he have one of those books?
Yeah.
Okay, I grab one of the books.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to the 2-year-old, and I'm gonna.
Parents are gonna find your ass.
No, it's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. It's
Better
gonna be
hurry your ass up.
fine. Why are you sad?
And
Are
he,
you
like,
gonna
points
teach
to
him
the
English?
window.
Shut the fuck up.
Bitch, jump out the window.
God damn it. I'm gonna
He
flip.
just points to the window. Yeah.
Can I flip the page to the book to like? Is it like a parent or like a mom or a dad page on the book?
There's a page that has like a picture of what looks like a family, like mom, dad, kid, and like
Okay.
it looks enough like his family.
Yeah.
You would assume that you can make that.
Okay. Can I like hold it and just be like, is this like, oh, and then I point to the thing.
And he like you like hold the book open to him and point at the family and like try not to make too much noise, but you're like thumbs up or thumbs down, and he like grabs the book from you, and he like holds it to his chest like, this is mine.
I hate kids. Okay. All right. Well, I gotta go now. So I'm gonna, and I give him his block back.
And he takes that too.
Okay. So now he has a block, a bullet, and a book. This is great.
Yeah.
The 3 Bs. Have a
Yeah.
good kid.
Jump.
All right.
jump.
Yeah.
In
All
the
right.
middle.
I'm gonna jump out the window. Can someone help me though? Because I don't have good cool.
Yes.
Okay, Victor, help me
Wait.
out the window, buddy.
Oh, I don't have good cool
Only
either.
one person can
mind.
help you, so
Tuesday, do
Who's
you
got
wanna
the
help
best
me?
cool?
Yeah. I want to help. Hold on. Boom.
okay. So Tuesday is able to assist. You get a +1 to your roll.
Okay, I'm gonna put that forward now, so it's like this is including the +1.
Yes.
Great.
No.
Fab, you.
What'd you get?
That
What'd
was
you?
including the +1, and it's still a failure. Make
Oh,
it experience.
honey.
So how is it that you're trying to get out the window? Are you like holding on to the sill and then dropping down?
That's
Are
how I
you just,
imagined it, where she's like holding onto the sill and tries to like drop down. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Okay, so you're holding like you get your butt out the window, and you're like lowering yourself, and your arms are shaking a little bit like out the window. And as you like put your arms at their fullest extent to like drop down, you feel the hands of a small child like lift your fingers. from the sill of the window.
It's trying to kill
You
me.
murdered a child. Now the child murders you.
It's trying to kill me.
And
Stabbing at your
because
fingers
this
with a bullet.
child is like messing with your grip, you fall before Tuesday gets your like legs. And you fall on Tuesday, of course, because he was trying to help you. So you both take 1 harm.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. There's a child up there, and they just threw me. They just like Mufasaed me out of that window.
What?
I
You have a really bad history with kids. I guess
Yeah.
it's good you chose this age range, huh?
Just never have children. That's all I got.
Oh, don't say that. That's
It's never
mean.
good. It's just
Miss,
it's gonna
you'll be
bad.
amazing.
See, like
when you
from
get
the,
there.
like the windowsill, just the tips of the fingers of a small child hand, like trying to like lift themselves or like grab the sill. You just see like the tips of the small child fingers.
would have
But
closed the
obviously-
window if I'd been able to jump out in time. Well, okay, we should probably come back at nighttime when they're not inside the house. Did you manage to get into the shed?
I mean,
Or...
most people are in their houses.
Why
at night.
wouldn't they? Yeah.
I mean, they'll be asleep. Victor, did you help me out the window? No.
Oh,
mean,
sorry
they'll
about
be
the
asleep.
alarm and the. No.
Yeah,
I
the
like that
2-year-old
plan.
just like flips you the bird. Not the window. No, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I
Do we want to do
I'm
another
back later.
stakeout? We can hide in the car and eat McDonald's.
We
Oh, good.
could. Yes.
Okay. So who was it that knocked those wind chimes?
Who was it
Well,
that fell out a window?
It doesn't matter. Let's get
I'm
McFlurries.
just asking a question.
Oh,
This episode
Honestly-
sponsored by McDonald's again.
you're-
I mean, the youngsters, I'm just saying, are really
Hmm.
killing it.
You're trying to read a book to a kid before you jump out of a window.
You read it a book?
Okay,
None of
sorry.
you would know
Who is it
that.
that buys the McDonald's again? Who is that? Who's been doing
I could
that?
hear her teacher voice from down here.
Okay,
McDonald's.
Magenta doesn't get any
Magenta.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Magenta doesn't get any McDonald's. She sassed me too much. We go to the Carter Stakeout.
I think you're going to be a great mom.
Okay,
Liz.
Victor will spill half of their meal on the floor, and I'll just eat that.
no, I was gonna.
Like,
Looking
How
off
did
the
you know?
carpeted floor.
Victor thinks that Magenta's got like psychic powers.
Yeah.
He predicted that you would spill your McDonald's. Okay, so you all are going back to the car, running to McDonald's, and then coming back for a
yes.
stakeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you attempting to do any kind of extra preparation or research in between now and the middle of the night?
Am I able to?
You have the name of the person who owns this house.
Yeah, I was like wondering
Tuesday,
if
you had a description of a child that was in the mirror. Like there are things that information I have given you that is valuable to you as players.
I was wondering, is that because here we have an electoral roll where you can see everybody who's registered at that house to vote. Is there that in America that I could check? Like something where I can check the residents of the house.
Sure.
Oh, wait.
There's like
Isn't there
yellow
like a-
pages or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow pages.
Or like yeah.
For the
Yeah.
census. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like that
available
would
to
be.
you.
I'd like to check that. Do I roll for that or?
I feel like for this, like Victor would have had to tell you that they heard that there was an extra person potentially in there. And like it would be an investigate roll.
Okay. So sharp. Okay.
Yes.
10.
Okay. So you get more than one question, but the first is like you're trying to like you get to like your computer, like you return to the motel to like get McDonald's and wait out the night, get to the computer or the internet cafe, and start looking up like this house or Jordan Garcia, and you find that like it's Jordan Garcia is like a fairly prominent member of their community. They have like, you know, I don't know, like it's not Facebook, but what like
Bebo. MySpace.
there's something where like maybe they've been in like they are part of the Rotary Club or something where they would have pictures and it's like him and his wife and their like infant son in this picture. So it's like whatever you when you look up like the yellow page listing for that neighborhood, it's just, you know, Jordan Garcia and Mrs. Garcia, and maybe their kid isn't even on there yet because it hasn't been
Probably
updated,
not.
but like you saw the kids. So it's to you, the information that you get is that whomever that third person was in the house is not someone that resides there.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did you hear their voice at all, Victor? Was it a man, a woman, a child?
Well,
it
it
was a
sounded like
deeper voice.
yeah, it sounded like there was another adult male in the house. Maybe I don't know who it could be. Maybe it's an uncle.
How many people are we gonna have to tie up?
What?
Or whatever
We're not this time we're not gonna go into the house. We're just gonna go into the shed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think avoiding everyone. And also there's a ton of booby traps and stuff, so
Yeah,
we gotta
and
be
a lock
careful.
that we gotta pick.
Oh, Magenta, yeah, we need you to pick a lock.
That's easy, no problem.
I'm trying to think of anything that we could buy at the hotel that would help.
Any bits of alcohol. The little guys.
Ooh,
I'd
I
like
think
the equipment for a
alcohol would be
Molotov, please, which
You
I
have,
suppose would be
Whoa.
a mini bar, little
I
alcohol.
mean, yeah, you could absolutely make Molotovs. You have
Ten.
one more question or one more hold to
Oh.
ask about something if you wanted to know, if you were curious. McDonald's got a sub today. Lovely.
Oh,
I'm still scared about
Um,
the fuck shit up bar, but anyway.
If you wanted to know
Oh,
more
God, yeah.
about like Jordan Garcia, if you wanted to know more about like any like information regarding like that neighborhood, if you wanted to know more about like any missing children in red dresses with bobs, like anything like
I will
that.
ask about the children in a red dress with a bob. Kind of. Are there any? I will
I'm sorry,
finally
I'm
ask.
just-
What?
Wait,
Big
is this
Molotov?
I feel a little
Is this fucking
railroad-
Dora the Explorer in a dress? What are we?
wait, so who has hold left? Victor
It is
and
Madeline who has hold.
I'm
left.
I have 2 hold apparently, but I have 1 now. But I've just
Had-
asked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm asking about like red dressed childlins.
So, and I feel like I'm sorry for railroading you. I just want to give you this information.
Sorry. Tuesday had a literal vision of the mirror girl and was like, it's probably fine.
It's no, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm the worst, but
No, you're fine. Don't worry, you're okay.
So you get from Tuesday, like maybe you're all crouched around the internet cafe, the computer, like munching on French fries and sucking down McFlurries. And you get from Tuesday the narration of the description of this girl that she saw in the mirror. Maybe putting 2 and 2 together with what Magenta said earlier about how like, yeah, you did do this as children with like multiple people at slumber parties, and there was never any like spirits summoned to the mirror like that. Like there's no way possible that like never ever in the last 300 years of United States history someone ever said Bloody Mary 13 times. Like that's not possible. So you're looking into this little girl specifically, and you find out that a few, maybe like 5 to 10 years ago, a young girl in like this general area, like probably from this town, went missing or was kidnapped and later found murdered. And it's in the news recently because in the past month, her grave was defiled. And so there's recent news about it and a picture. And that's how you find her. Is that like evidently someone dug up her grave in the last month.
And there was no other, I don't know if this counts, but like as like a whole, but like, and there was no other like rash of grave unearthings, just hers.
Just hers, yes. It
Okay.
wasn't like a like how you have a lot of people going missing right now. In her case, like it was just her grave that was dug up and robbed. And it notes that like things are missing, but in the general way of like newspaper articles, it never gives all of the information. So like you probably suspect that they tampered with her skeleton in some way. But like it's very much reading between the lines of like they don't want to be too graphic or gory, but somebody went in and stole some of her bones or something like that.
Fun. Okay. Right. So we could investigate the
And the
grave
child's
or-
name. Sorry,
Oh.
you would get the child's name for sure. It
Mary Blutterson.
where did
Sales
I write
scab is so funny.
Oh, her name is Eugenia DeSantos.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not Mary Blutterson, everybody. I made up a real
All
name.
right.
I actually prepped for this shit, and I just wanted to show you that I'm prepped.
No, I
so-
appreciate that. You're fine.
You're powerful. You're incredible. You're amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so you're looking this information up, and like you and Tuesday are on the computer, and like maybe when you like see the article come up, you like motion everyone to come around. But we have the like going to commercial break picture of all four of your faces lit by the computer screen as the like sun sets through a window, looking at the like black and white picture of a young girl who like Tuesday points out like, yes, that's the girl I saw in the mirror. And then there's this whole like article with the like, we only read the headline as the audience that says like, grave robbed of young kidnapped and murdered girl, like something horrible, like really like clear. And then we like cut to commercial.
Bada bing, bada boom, and that's where I hid the body. So
Oh,
I
But
love
you'll
that.
Tell anybody.
never know, chat.
Okay.
Unless you're
Back
on
to
Patreon.
role playing.
And then Harley's writing a whole essay for the Patreon about where Madeline hides her bodies. So just like
we're also
sign up for
7
that.
patrons away from doing a honey heist.
Oh,
it will be
7.
cute if it
Actually,
happens.
Actually, that'd be
I
cute.
really want that.
How-
I,
how
I want
much-
to be a bear.
How much does it cost?
The lowest tier of support is £3, so that's like
£3,
$4,
guys. That's
I
like
think.
$4 or $5. You just give us your money,
Not even money. at
and we'll
that
do
point.
honey heist, and then yeah.
We'll heist the honeys. We'll be bears. What if we were several bears and then we held Tom's so sick of this. What if we were 2
oh,
bears?
okay, all right.
And then we
Bella's
did a
already
crime.
come out as a furry. We don't need the rest of you. Okay?
That's true.
Only so many furries per.
Per session.
Okay.
Damn it.
The token furry of this group.
Yeah.
We're really about diversity here. We really make sure that we're uplifting and diverse. Jesus.
Amazing. Oh,
You okay,
Oh,
Tom?
you really gave up through that sentence, didn't you?
I'm giving up a lot emotionally at this point.
well,
Anyway.
I'm giving up on not killing my cast members. So, welcome back, everybody. We have the like sting for the end of the car lot sales commercial, where there was a man in a cowboy hat who was trying to persuade you that he's very smart and cool and wants to sell you cars. And we come back to Pseudosociety. We have the logo, and then we see crowded around the computer screen back to our cast members who've just discovered the identity of the child in the mirror that Tuesday saw, who was the summoned Bloody Mary, whose actual name is Eugenia DeSantos, a young girl who was kidnapped and murdered 7 years before this.
Fab. All right. So I suppose. Okay. So I know that some of you are going to want to go and investigate the graveyard because graveyards are fun, but also there is still the child possibly in the shed. So I'm inclined for that to be the priority, and then we can go investigate the graveyard.
I think I agree. Like,
Fine.
if with all these booby traps and everything, it really feels like they're hiding something, and conquering that, I feel is.
And I mean, maybe they're the ones who defiled her grave or something. You know, it could be linked.
What if they had a corpse in the shed?
Why would they be keeping a corpse in a shed?
Why would they defile the grave?
We would smell it from outside the shed.
How do you know that?
Unless they have a good freezer. It depends on the brand. There's certain
How
brands
do
that
you
the
know
smell-
this?
They're,
Body smell. I mean, that's magenta.
yeah, that's
yeah.
I've seen that in
That's
movies.
what that's saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
I wrinkle my nose now,
Everybody
Victor.
I Google has told me that it can take between 8 and 12 years for an uninvolved body to decompose into a skeleton, depending on climate, moisture, and the kind of
So
coffin
she
they
could
were
still
buried
be
in.
meaty.
So
Could
it's
be close to
possible-
liquefaction.
it's possible she was killed 7 years ago, or found 7 years ago and buried 7 years ago. So it's possible that it was a meaty corpse. It's also possible that it could have been a less meaty corpse. It was a child.
Okay.
So
Children do have less meat on them. I've checked, so that's fair. Anyway. Moving away from my cannibalistic habits.
Wasn't good. Yeah.
Anywho, so I guess we'll just wait. We'll just rest and wait until nighttime. Can I have a nap? Does that heal my harm?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal.
let me see like what the amount of time. I think it's like you have to have like an amount of time safe.
Can I go to the receptionist and ask if they have a med kit?
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
A chance to rest up, a decent night's sleep, or get some first aid. So you could get some first aid.
Can I go to the receptionist and ask if they have a first aid kit?
Yeah, the motel would absolutely be required to have some kind of like first aid in the lobby or something like that. And so you like get some gauze probably because your injury was likely like a sprained wrist, a sprained ankle, and you're able to wrap your wrist. And do you need to do you just need to have time to get some first aid treatment, and it reduces an injury by 1 harm. So you can go ahead and do that.
Okay, I can take 1 harm away. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Boom. Okay, cool. Done. I only have 1 harm on me now, so that's good. Also, Tom, you leveled up as well, so maybe do that.
Oh yeah, I already took. I
did you?
took
Okay, cool.
an improvement on my cool because it's not doing good. And if I remember, Tuesday also got hurt when you just jumped on her.
Yeah,
so.
I also helped Tuesday. I get her
Use a bandage and a kiss.
And a ghost down.
Victor, I think that there's been like at least 1 night on this little adventure where you weren't staking out, or like the daytime before. You got 1 like uninterrupted sleep, so you can recover 1.
Okay, I'll take it down to 2 because I think I still had. I had that original 4 when my arm
If you were willing
got
to show anybody, they could have helped you maybe do a first aid or something like that.
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
Okay.
They're just keeping their mummy arm. It's beautiful.
No one needs to see
They're
the
a
weakness.
trendsetter.
Yeah, oh, that too.
So you do first aid, you do some researching, you wait for like the sun sets, it's nighttime. Do you go back to the neighborhood now, or are you doing anything else?
I would just go to the neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah. So you
Very
return to the
quietly.
neighborhood to stake out and wait for the lights in this house to go off. And after, I don't know, 9-10 p.m. or some point in time, like the last light in the upstairs bedroom like turns off.
It's go time. Okay.
Okay. I like to imagine
I don't
we're
think I
wearing
need to
black. No, it's good. It's a habit. It's a habit. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So how about you and Victor lead because you've been here before, and then Magenta, you're gonna pick the lock.
Okay.
Okay.
Victor.
So Victor
Victor.
and Tuesday are leading people because they saw the.
I was
You will
going to say,
notice
Victor,
that
do you know where
line
the
that-
wire is?
Yeah, the line that you tripped before has been reset, but because you already knew where that was, you're able to guide everyone through the maze, and you're all very focused on your feet and your ankles, trying to like not trip wires. So when you get to the shed, it might be a little bit of a surprise that it's a little different than it was when you were here during the day. Maybe you like look up and there's like a flash of light that you didn't expect, and when you look at the shed, a bunch of full-length mirrors have been leaned up against every side of it.
Wait, on the inside or the outside? Sorry.
On the outside, yeah.
Was that wasn't there before? Tom's
Do we want to
Googling
break the
mirror.
windows? Yeah, I'm how to break a window.
Mirror.
It's a mirror. How does this work?
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like different looking, like one looks like it has a gold frame with some scroll work. It looks kind of like valuable, and one looks like a cheap Walmart back of the door mirror, and they're just like laid side by side on every like probably the surface facing the street and the surface where the door with the padlock was. If you go around to the back side, facing the woods, there's like a stack of logs, like firewood on one side, like covering one side of the house. And the very, very back of the shed, it probably also has like, I don't know, tools or something like stacked against it, but the mirrors are just on the front two sides facing the house.
Oh, okay.
That's
Do
weird.
you guys want to tip the mirrors and make them face the ground? I don't know. Like, how do you stop something from climbing through a mirror?
That might be a good idea. And I will attempt to do that with Victor, I guess. Just try and take the mirrors and just like gently put them on the ground.
So Victor and Madeline are approaching the mirrors.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you act under pressure for me?
That's great. Yeah, I got 0 cool. I'll get right on that for you.
Oh, I just upped my cool, so.
I got mixed success.
Ow, fuck.
Okay. So Madeline, you got a 7 to 9.
Yeah.
What happens is you both approach the various and sundry mirrors to try and like set them face down on the ground. And Madeline, you see as one of the mirrors slips out of Victor's hands and goes to fall. So I will give you the choice. You can attempt to help Victor and potentially not break a mirror all over the grass.
Right.
Or you can just let that go.
I would like to try and help Victor. So how do I do that?
Oh boy.
Okay, so no, you just it's just your choice to like that's your choice to make as a 7 to 9. Victor,
I would try and
you
help Victor.
both Madeline and you like you see your like the mirror starts to slip from your grasp. It's gonna fall onto the grass and maybe potentially break. I don't know. There's tripwires and stuff. Maybe trip one of those. And Madeline like reaches out to grab yours as well. And you step away from the mirror that was slipping out of your fingers as Madeline's like hand darts out, and you press like one of your ankles as you step back presses against the wire of the closest to the shed, like trip wire as it were, and you can like hear the very light sound of wind chimes like tinkling. But Madeline has both of the mirrors, like one on one arm, like and the other like balanced on one hand.
Okay,
We really should snip those wires, shouldn't we?
Well, I think if we snipped them, the wind chimes would just fall straight to the ground.
Sorry.
Okay. Can I continue putting the mirror down and just keep an eye on the house? Like, I don't know if there's a thing I could roll to like investigate the house, but I want to keep an eye on the house and see if a light goes on or anything.
But while
this is a bad situation, so you could read a bad situation.
Sure.
You also have both Magenta and Tuesday. You see this happen. Like I don't know what you were doing while they were like taking care of the mirrors. Maybe you were investigating the other side of the shed or something.
I just imagine we got to beeline to a lockpick, but
yeah, I thought I was gonna break into something.
Well, the thing is that the padlock was covered by a mirror, so you had to put the mirror down first.
I would help with the mirrors.
So you would have been helping with the mirrors as well?
Well, I feel like I would.
You would now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So can you both then act under pressure as well?
Okay.
And no one is attempting to flee.
Yeah.
They both succeeded. They're killing it.
Hey.
Yay!
All right. So you were all trying to then set the mirrors down so you could access the shed from the padlocked front. When Victor loses grip on one of the mirrors, Madeline's arm shoots out to grab one, and Victor steps back, touches the one of the tripwires, and you hear the light tinkling of the wind chimes on the front porch. Tuesday and Magenta were able to probably take the mirrors, like lay them gently down in the grass, not touching on the wires from like half of the building. I will give to you that half of the building is where the padlock is, but Madeline is still like juggling, trying not to drop 2 separate mirrors, which she cannot put down by herself. And the chimes have been alerted. So what do you do?
I hold the mirrors. I'm just
Yeah,
vibing.
no,
Yeah,
Madeline-
I'm clear from this right
No
now.
one's helping Madeline.
I
I
feel like
think-
I should have my assault rifle pointed at the house just in case they walk outside.
Okay.
I think I would go to the wind chime and try like.
You're going to the house?
Wait, so where is the wind chime?
On the porch of the house.
Oh, it's on the porch.
Like the back
Yeah.
porch, I think.
It's on the back porch of the house.
Is it
So
like on
how is
string?
it-
Can we go cut it off with a knife? Like, can we just
Like, how is it set? The white. Yeah.
So there's a garden, and the wire leads from the garden to the back porch, and like is on the
It
wind
just
chime.
has a tension wire that when you apply more tension to it than is currently under, it tugs at the wind chimes that then rustle and make noise. It's just a tension wire. It's very simple. But if you were to like cut the wire, then there would be no tension, and that would also tug at the wind chimes and make noise. Which is why you were just avoiding it.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the porch to try like. So wait, so Victor's.
Canopy wind chime.
Oh no, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. So Victor is the one who
Tuesday
set
and
it off.
Magenta were able. Victor set it off when he failed his roll. Their roll.
All right.
Tuesday and Magenta were able to remove mirrors from in front of the padlocked door, but Madeline is currently trying to hold 2 mirrors up because Victor dropped theirs. And you hear the wind chimes go off and look over to where the other 2 people, Victor and Madeline.
Oh, I'm sorry. My role. I said that I was helping Madeline for my role. I didn't mean
Okay.
do my own mirror.
Sorry, I wondered what you were doing while they were doing mirrors, but that's absolutely.
Oh
so
no
you-
no. Okay,
you-
my bad. Yeah.
You are able
I'm
to be
helped.
like, oh shit, Madeline, and like help her gently like lower her mirrors to the grass away from the wires. One has already been tripped by Victor, but like you get them off of, like, she's just like, okay. You lay them on the grass, and the not all of the mirrors are down, but the padlocked door is revealed to you. And I would say at this point, like, yeah, there is a light that goes on in the house.
If only
Ooh.
Victor was here to help.
Maybe if
So
we.
Victor's right there. He just tripped a wire. He's not like
No, I
gone.
know, but Tom's
Or
AFK,
they.
so.
My bad. Oh, that.
We could real quick unlock that
But they're going to see
padlock
that
and just.
they're going to see that the mirrors aren't around anymore. So.
They will absolutely see that the mirrors have been lowered. to
Yeah.
the
Oh,
ground.
then I don't know what. Well, assault rifle time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying.
Okay, well, we need you to unlock the
Oh.
door.
Oh, okay. I can do that with my sharp, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can unlock. You can lower the assault rifle from the back of the house as a light goes on upstairs, and instead turn to the padlock to open the door.
Okay.
I will just have my magnum pointed at
Do
the
I-
back door now.
Do I roll sharp?
Yes, I think it's sharp for that move.
Oh my god.
Would you like to use your luck to make that a success?
100%.
Okay.
What's everyone's luck at? I'm very nervous.
Yeah, what's everyone's luck at?
I'm at 2. I'm
I'm
at
at
the second
3.
square.
I'm at 1.
Ooh,
Oh, 2.
that's
Let's
fun.
just luck that. I
Okay,
got
so
that.
you are able to, you get a full success. I'm gonna look at your move here. And you get 3. You can get in undetected, get out undetected, don't leave a mess, or find what you were after. You get to pick 3 of those.
Find what we're after and in and out undetected.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you easily unlock the padlock. It's not like, it's just a regular padlock. It's not like extra booby trapped, and are able to like usher everyone inside of the shed. You do not have time to also return the mirrors to their proper locations, though.
Gotcha.
So it will be fairly obvious that someone has messed with the shed. So you all enter the shed, and it's very dark. There's no windows.
Does anyone have a lighter? Victor, you seem to have a lighter.
Victor has a flashlight.
I have a flashlight. I
Bring
assume
it
you want
on.
us
That
to
would do even better. Yes.
Fine. Fine. You can take it. Here, I'll hand over my flashlight, my watchman's flashlight.
Okay, I guess I do that thing where like you have the gun and the flashlight like that, and I do that. Very sexy right now, and I go.
Okay, so inside the shed, it looks like a fairly regular tool shed in a backyard. There's, I don't know, hose and rakes and hammers and nails and stacks of 2x4s and a large trash can and tables that have, I don't know, dirt and stuff on them. Like, I don't know, maybe some kind of like empty planters for plants. It looks like a garden shed.
Cthulhu comes through Bella's mic and
So
kills
sorry.
us. It's okay.
What do you do?
This just looks like a shed, like a normal shed. Tuesday,
You
can
can
you
investigate
pick
it.
up
I was
anything
gonna
around
say,
here?
can I investigate?
Can I help?
Can I help you
Tuesday?
investigate?
Okay, just
Oh,
kidding.
you
I'll
can-
get
you can-
fucked.
You can
You
do
have
it.
better
I'll
cool
have
than
fun.
me.
Cool,
You have
you
better
can
cool,
do
Victor.
it.
So you help.
I'm so cool. Okay.
So cool. Magenta, make sure to mark experience. Oh wait, no, you use
No,
your
because I use luck. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you get that +1 to your roll, Tuesday.
Ooh.
Yay!
So that makes it is that an 8 altogether?
That's with the one.
Okay.
So
okay,
it's an
so
8.
you get one question. What are you looking for? What is your question?
What is being concealed?
I would say
That's a great one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So you look around the shed and you're like, yes, it looks like a totally normal shed. This is like, why is this locked and covered in mirrors? And then you notice, like, you're thinking back to like when you think like, why is it covered in mirrors? Like you think back to approaching it when it was covered in mirrors, and you realize that this shed is about half the width that you saw from the outside. And so you're like, okay, like obviously there's more to this shed than meets the eye. And you look at all of the walls, and there's one wall with like 2x4s leaned against it. And when you like go to investigate those, when you like look at them and like pull them away, there is like a sliding door that looks like a wall that you can kind of just like pry and like slide open.
I'll be doing that then.
Yeah.
And I'll be telling the others that
Yeah.
that's
I'm like keeping an
Okay.
eye on like the entrance to the shed, but I'm also trying to shine the flashlight at.
So you open the wall door and kind of like, do you shine the flashlight in there
Yeah.
first, or do you okay. You shine the flashlight into this second room, and you will see that this is obviously more of what the speed of what you were thinking would be here. There's walls covered in like tarp or canvas. There's one mirror that is like uncovered in the space. There is a stench of what you're assuming like putrefaction smells like, as well as the smell of the 2x4s like next to your face, and like the crunch of the grass outside, like the smell of grass and 2x4s and putrefaction and dirt. And in the center of the room is a cauldron with, it's not on fire or anything, it's not like boiling, it's filled with sticks and dirt and what looks like bones and feathers. And in a corner of the room there is a series of like what looks like someone has dug out steps to go like further underground.
Is this
Nice.
Palomayombe? Is this Palomayombe?
Madeline might know that this is
Palomayombe? Oh no, that's bad.
What's
Okay.
that? Wait,
What does that mean?
Okay, well, I guess I would hastily explain to everyone that that's like a Cuban religion or like a Southern American religion, and it's like got a lot of violence to it. And basically, there's like a cauldron, and I think what the cauldron's called.
Ganga.
The unganga, yeah, the unganga, and you feed the unganga like bones, and it has to be like chicken. Like usually it's like chickens or like cattle and that kind of thing, but you can feed it like people, and like when you feed the unganga, that like increases your power. Yeah,
That's cool. You just throw a person in there?
nice.
great.
Yeah. Okay.
And Madeline might also know that when you feed human bones to the Nganga, that spirit comes under your control, but you would have to continue feeding it progressively. Like, if you feed it human bones, it will want like human flesh and blood and bones. Like, it won't be satisfied with chicken.
Okay, great.
All right.
Unganga. Alrighty.
Yeah, so it's
Right.
Madeline is like, oh, and says all those things to you.
So clearly the family are Palomayombe worshippers.
So are they the ones doing this?
Maybe they have
How does the mirror come into it?
Well, maybe that's just the method of transportation for the spirit, but I don't see what motive they would have to control a spirit which then kills random children and teenagers and an old
Can the
lady.
spirit like talk to them? Could the spirit be threatening?
I would imagine so.
Them?
Yes, you can. If you can summon a spirit and control it, you can definitely communicate with it.
Maybe they don't want to and they're just doing it because they have to.
Maybe. So it would make sense if this is if the family are Palomayombe worshippers, maybe they didn't want to kill somebody new maybe they wanted like more power, but they didn't want to kill a new person, so they tried to find old bones and they found Eugenia's bones and fed it to the Nganga and then went from there. But I don't know anything about getting rid of spirits that are from an Nganga. I just know about the physicality of it.
What if we just burn the whole shed down?
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Get rid of everything. It won't exist. Spirits, goodbye.
If there's no cauldron, is there no spirit?
Yeah.
You hear the sound
Oh, no.
of the door behind you, not the false door, but the one at the
Oh.
very opening.
Assault gun ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I
I've
passed the
got my
flashlight to
holdout
Tuesday, I guess, and I have the manual.
Flashlight, dagger.
Hold out pistol.
Okay, so you're just standing here like,
I guess I will hide in a
Yeah,
corner,
we're just
I guess.
waiting. We're just
As
Wait,
quiet as
could we
possible.
just slide the 2x4s back over?
Yes.
Oh, did we not do that yet?
Maybe let's
Well,
do
let's
that.
do that.
the door.
Let's
You could have
do
closed
that.
the door behind you, absolutely.
Is it
I'm
too
not,
late for
like-
that?
I'm not gonna. No, you can act like you
We
could have
closed the door behind us.
Yeah.
Let's be
Is
real
that a good
quiet.
idea? We're gonna be stuck in
the
this thing.
first door like open to the like room, and I will remind you that earth steps have been like dug into. Like there's more to this space than the Nganga. I know that might have been very distracting for
It
you.
was very distracting, but that was the okay.
So like you hear that sound. Do you turn off the flashlight?
Tuesday, you have the flashlight now, sir.
Are you attempting to like balls to the wall? We're gonna shoot somebody, or are you?
No,
trying to hide?
I have the mentality of like if they come in, I'm going to like
Yeah,
disable them in some way.
I'm the same. Like it's not.
Absolutely.
I don't want to attack them, but if they're gonna come in, then like if they're coming in this room, they're probably gonna go downstairs if there's no one in the room
Right.
anyway. So
Are you attempting to hide? Like, are you turning off the flashlight, or are you just like when they open the door, I shoot them?
I'm
Depends
attempting
if
to
they're
hide.
holding a weapon.
I'm attempting to hide.
we can
Tuesday
hide
has the
then.
flashlight.
If everyone's hiding, then I would turn it off.
Okay.
But if
So you're
everyone's just
attempting
stood there,
to
like
just like
with
hold your
guns
breath
out.
and be like, maybe they won't know that we went into this back room that they hid, you know? Okay, so roll. I think hide is still act under pressure.
I would
I don't know if
imagine
there's
it
a
is,
special roll
yeah.
for that. Let me just check. And I will say that we can do this as a group. So if two or more, if two succeed, then you're all able to, as a group, like hide.
And this is cool, right?
I have plus
Yes, this is
three.
plus cool.
Well, that's zero
Oh wait,
cool,
are we
so.
all rolling? Well,
Yeah.
14.
We all roll?
Yeah,
Yes.
we all roll.
Okay.
You have to get,
Done.
Okay, perfect.
Done.
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh.
Not even
But you
Victor
can-
can speak except for us.
Absolutely
Woo!
fails. You
Let's
still,
see if I might have.
Yeah, you could still
No, you're
no. You don't
good.
get. No one gets experience. Okay.
Yay.
So what happens is you like hear the sound of the open padlock being like messed with. And then you hear the door to the shed like rolling open. And all of a sudden all of you go into like freeze mode, and Tuesday clicks off the flashlight. And you hear the sound of someone going into the space that you were in. And they look around, and you hear them like approach the 2x4s and like rustle with them a little bit, and then like touch the door underneath. But as it is entirely sealed and you haven't messed with anything in the space, they do not open the door, and just like go back outside, and they padlock the door. You hear them padlock the door to the shed.
Tom called it. Tom literally called it.
And then
I would do.
you hear the sound of like several mirrors being like laid back against the shed wall as you're just like don't make any noise, don't breathe, don't do anything. And then you like, I mean, I would assume you can't hear the like, crunch of grass underfoot, but like you don't hear any sounds for a little while that you would assume like, okay,
We're locked in here? Is that
that would be that. Yeah.
Yeah.
that?
Oh, great.
Wow. This is why we should have just not been in the little hiding and should have pointed our gun. I liked that idea. And then what? Look
Yeah,
what
but if we had shot
can
somebody, they would have heard
shoot.
the gunshot, and then
And then we
come
can
after
run.
us.
Get the
We
gun
can
and
shoot our
leave.
way out. Like you can, like if you
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
just
if
shoot
it's
the
the wisest
padlock
thing
and then
to
you can
shoot
run.
the owner of an Unganga
I-
in the same room that the Unganga's in. That's probably
That sounds
bad.
like a great idea.
It's
Murder
like a
is
bad
that
idea.
big of a
Ungangas
deal.
can protect their owners, so maybe we shouldn't try and kill the owner in the same
Owner?
room as it.
Wait,
Well-
so that it's owned?
Well, person who worships at it. Like
What
if
do you
you
mean?
if you
Okay.
feed the cauldron,
What else
then it
is in
would
here?
protect you, or it will kill
What
people.
if
That kind of
Let's.
thing.
Should we
worshipped
go
for
down
it?
the stairs?
Let's look around.
We
Yeah.
could give it the gold bar.
That's mine.
What if it?
Okay,
So you
fine.
know how like chicken? Does it purely want bones? Maybe we can arrange a gold deal. Eat it gold.
I stole that
gold
all by
bar?
myself.
We're not
Cool.
feeding an Unganga. No, we're not starting
God
that. We're not opening that
damn it.
door. Okay.
We're opening the door.
Can we look around the room, please? Can I investigate the room?
I'd like to go
You
downstairs.
Me
can, you want to go downstairs?
I'll follow.
You can
I'll
roll to
go.
investigate. Or you can go downstairs. What do you want to do first?
I want to roll to investigate.
Okay, so you roll to investigate, Madeline.
Does anybody want to help me?
I can help you.
you.
Got bad cool.
very much.
For sure.
I'm the cool person. Boom. Tasty.
Plus
Fine.
1 for your roll.
all the time, knocking it out of the park.
Just that easy. It's just that good.
Oh, there we go. That's including my plus 1. So, mixed
Okay,
success.
so you get the 1 hold then.
Okay.
You can ask a question. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the list. Remember, I
Yeah. Okay.
read more about that rule.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, what was it going to do on the cauldron? Because I know what Ungangas can do, but can I ask like what this specific Unganga like is going
Right,
to do, or
so-
is it for?
Knowing what you know of Palomayambe, your assumption, and having done some like summary research on Jordan Garcia and his family, you think back to like the research that you've done, and you're like, okay, so I know an Nganga can like be used for protection. The spirit can like do tasks. It's very clear that like they chose the body of little Eugenia because she had died with violence, which makes her spirit more powerful. And like maybe like I don't know, like are you looking at it like not touching it like the Nganga?
I wouldn't touch it. No, I just look at it.
Yeah, so you can see that there are like older bones and like fresher bones, and you would have this idea of like maybe the people who have been taken were being used to feed the Nganga. Um, and if you're thinking about like what you know, Jordan Garcia, like he's a successful man in his community.
Local church, my ass.
And like so he may have used the Nganga to like get success or for protection. Um, but like what is it going to be used for? Your assumption is that like because this is a person who obviously studied Palamayombe, because you don't make an Nganga like straight out the gate, like that's something that's later in your studies. Like this is a person who didn't just jump into this willy-nilly, like they didn't jump into it without understanding. So your assumption would be that they would continue to kill and feed people to the Nganga to get whatever it is that they were intending to get out of it. Whether the spirit was getting them protection or success or money or whatever, like there's no way to tell just looking at the Nganga what the spirit was necessarily being used for. But you do know that they will continue to kill and feed people to the Nganga in order to have the spirit remain under their control and not reflect back at them or do anything
I
bad.
relay this to the group.
Hope he likes Mormons. When he finds us.
Yeah,
So
maybe the religious
Magenta
approach is
and
ironic.
Victor, you were not helping with this role. So Magenta, you were wanting to look downstairs.
Yes.
Okay, so you start down the stairs, and I don't know, maybe you steal the flashlight from Tuesday or something, but like one of you uses it to look at the Nganga for a minute, and then the other one is like, okay, now I need this. Or do you go downstairs without a light?
Let's
How
go
did
down
only
without
one
a
of us
light.
have a flashlight? We should have bought more flashlights.
Maybe we should have.
We'll just-
Okay, so you go in
we'll just-
without a
yeah.
light.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so it's very dark, and you can like you're feeling the wall, like this dirt wall that's obviously just been like dug into the ground, and it's like slightly damp because it's just someone's yard and the woods, and like you feel the roots of trees, like they just like hacked at them to get down here, and you have to like duck. The ceiling's not very tall, and the like this makeshift basement area is not super tall, but like when you get down there, the smell of putrefaction is like even more intense, which is like maybe you thought it was just the Nganga before, but like down here it smells even more like death.
Oh, God.
And you trip over something, but you can't see
Aw.
what it
Can I yell for them to come down with the
Not
flashlight?
too loud, okay? Not too
Yeah,
loud.
you can. Yeah.
Come downstairs!
Okay, shh. Okay, all right.
I fell! Bring the flashlight!
Okay.
Oh my, who's gonna bet it's a body?
Yeah, so you bring the flashlight down the stairs, and like it has like it's hitting the wall, and then as they like come down the stairs, it reveals the rest of the room to you, and you definitely tripped over a body,
Oh, God.
a body that has like I think this one has the feet cut off, and it's definitely dead. It's the older woman, the grandmother.
Oh.
There are like you see like the maybe one of them is half covered, like the face is covered, and like another one, but in the corner there are two other ones of obviously Stephanie and I think the father from that one family was taken. And then in the corner of the room, like huddled, exhausted, looking like half conscious, is chained to the wall, not dead, September.
What the
Yay,
Fuck
she's so
is
And
going
it's like
on?
a root cellar, like you can't stand up all the way, and you definitely can't like all fit here. Like it's they just dug out like it's probably like 2 graves wide.
It's
you
2
know?
Minecraft blocks of height.
You know, killing somebody is fine, but cutting their feet off, that's sick.
Okay,
That's
killing
just-
somebody isn't fine. There's
It's normal. It's
I
things happen.
September?
But cutting someone's
hey, yeah.
September?
Yeah, she like you're able to like get her to some like she's probably just absolutely like in shock,
Here,
like
drink a
semi-conscious
Molotov.
as a way of protecting her young mind, sort of deal.
Okay. Oh god, what's she chained to the wall with? Like a metal like manacles? Like
Yeah, so there's been like and you'll notice like several of these. This was obviously prepared for specifically this reason. Like there's been like on the floor some like cement, something like drilled down, like cemented a like hook what they put chains on and manacles to. Yeah.
Ew.
can I so preparedness. If I name something unusual or rare that I need, could that be like anything within human reason? Can I have a freezer torch, please?
I mean, that's
Maybe in the
unusual.
shed they keep a freezer torch, you know?
I love the way
I
we
mean,
could
make
actually.
the roll, right?
Yeah,
could just
let's make
find-
the roll. No.
What the freezer?
No, I
for?
love it
I-
for you. I love it for you.
What's the
It's 7 to 9. You have it, but not here. It will take some time to get.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay, so that's you remember that you have like a whole like frozen nitrogen blah 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 back at the university that you could
Oh, for
have.
God's sake, that's ages away. That's hours away. Okay.
What if I just-
Can I just search like the actual shed for some like because I
You
didn't know
have
the
a
kit.
lock picker here
I-
with you.
But I thought you just said it was cemented in. I guess around her foot it isn't, but
Yeah, like she's not got her foot in the cement.
Oh,
Like
Magenta,
actual,
can
like-
you?
yes.
Okay.
God, it's like you guys pretend I'm not here.
It eases the stress.
It's not super difficult. She doesn't have her foot cemented. It's just like she has.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's go.
oh hell yeah.
All right, so with
That's
that,
right.
fully able to pick this lock super easy and unlock September. The skin of her like ankle is like a little raw, but nothing like you can't tell that there's any injuries on her person that are like killing her or anything like that. She's just like dehydrated, probably hasn't been fed, and
Okay.
in like total shock. She's just completely out of her mind with like fear and pain.
Okay. Okay. So I don't want to say we need to kill them. It's just I feel like maybe if we killed the practitioner and then got rid of the Nganga, but the spirit would still need to go somewhere. So if we want to get rid of the spirit that is just kidnapping people, we need to communicate with the spirit in some way. Which
I knew how to
is-
kill that guy.
I mean, if he's willing to sacrifice a child, I'm not against killing him.
Why don't we give the child the assault rifle so they could feel safe?
I already
She
have that
can't
bullet.
stand up properly, Magenta. I don't
Oh,
think
no.
she can hold an
Just
assault
hold
rifle.
the gun. I have
Wh-
two. Okay, well, what are we gonna do here? I just feel like we should get the kid out of here. That's first step.
Yeah.
But what if we're not able to come back here after that? What if they increase security or something like that?
Well, the
There's a
spirit.
kid in here. That's all that matters. Is getting
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important, but also they're gonna kidnap other kids and other people and feed them to the Nganga, possibly forever. So if we could save
You went up to
everybody,
their
that
door
would be
and showed
ideal.
them your face without concealing your identity in any way.
I said Magdalene. That's different.
I mean, but he saw your face.
yeah, but Magdalene's face.
Different.
Okay, but it's a spirit.
Is this like
who
Death
can-
Note?
Magdalene
And
the
they have to
woman.
match?
This is death note.
You're never gonna be alone next to a mirror for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's the vibe. So either we have to. I mean, it's up to everybody, but I would say that the best bet would be to try and communicate with Eugenia.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that we can do. I'm firmly of the camp that we should probably get the kid out of here and take care of business. But
Yeah, September, you want a McFlurry? Let's go. Oh, the door's locked. We need to shoot the fucking.
yeah.
There's no
Wow.
padlock on the inside. It's an outside padlock.
Well, we just
Yeah.
shoot this shitty ass shed door down, and I finally use my gun.
Is it like a shotgun?
Super loud though.
I
Yeah.
have both.
That is incredibly loud.
Oh, it's extremely loud. But how the?
We can
how
just
are we getting it?
run to the car.
We could.
Yeah.
But how are we gonna communicate with Eugenia? if we leave here? Because
Will the
obviously it has-
spirit be angry that we're taking its food away?
I don't
Though.
know. I
it's
presume
a child. You don't have to refer to it as food.
I presume
He's right here.
It would probably be angry at the
Yeah, me
practitioner. I mean, it's not in the middle of eating, so, it doesn't know what it was gonna get, maybe. I don't know how sentient these
we
things
take
are.
the kid. I think we should take the kid and maybe. I feel like if you kill the cauldron, if you destroy the cauldron, there's no way for the spirit to feed, right?
Right.
I don't know.
What if we throw some McDonald's in there?
Give me the McFlurry. If we destroy the cauldron, it's possible the spirit won't be able to feed, but the spirit will still be out there. But I don't think that it would be underneath their control anymore. So there is
What
that.
if we get the guy that lives here? Why don't we get him and throw him in the cauldron?
We could kidnap him and try and get information out of him.
And then
There's
feed
an
the
Nganga! This is incredibly serious, Tuesday.
No, I know. You just changed. It's cool. If we fed the owner of the spirit to the spirit, would that just cancel each other out?
That might mean that we're now the practitioner and the spirit
That's
wants more
the
from
thing that
us.
I'm worrying about.
Yeah.
I am on the side of kidnapping and interrogating the man, but that's me.
I think we destroy the cauldron, but I don't know.
I don't know how I'm meant to decide this as a team. Like, do we flip a coin? What's the...
Well, I think I want to destroy the cauldron too.
Could one of you, like, maybe do investigate on the cauldron or the spirit, and then you can ask the what would hurt it question?
Do you think this guy can't go to Home Depot and buy another cauldron?
Do they have cauldrons?
But surely, like a spirit, are they not connected to a specific
they
thing?
are. It's to a specific... Is it a specific thing, Boucher? Does Madeline know? I'm guessing it's a specific Nganga.
Okay. No one really knows Palameombe, and I'm just going off of one podcast that I heard one time. So
I wonder which.
I wonder which podcast. So what Madeline would think is that if you cleansed the Nganga, like destroyed everything in it and like melted down the cauldron, it should eliminate the magics that were involved. And if you destroyed the bones of the spirit and those that fed the spirit itself should also be destroyed. But trying to melt down a like cast iron cauldron is not the easiest thing to do. Definitely
really
not
nice.
just like if you burn down the shed, the cauldron would still be fine. And there are
Yeah.
like magical protections on the Nganga as well.
Okay.
So like it's not just gonna like you burn down a shed and like, oh, it's ruined. Like it's able to protect itself at least from that. Like you would actually have to like, can I melt down like cast iron somewhere?
How about we bring the cauldron to
Legit
the
using
university?
magic.
How are we gonna?
I'm not bringing an
the
Nganga in my
cauldron?
VW bug across the
And we
state
bring
line.
it to the college and we do
No, we're not doing
If you
Oh my God.
you want to make a roll, I can give you like any more information. Yeah, throw it in a volcano. Like that's what you know, like from what you know already. But you can give me a roll.
I don't know what else
Investigate.
I did.
Would be just like searching your brain. It could absolutely be relevant. I don't know if anyone else would have any information about Palameombe though, so no one can really help you.
got a success. I got 10.
Okay. So when you think about like you're like racking your brain really hard, an actual like okay, so faith is a type of magic. So if you got a priest in here, he could exorcise the Nganga.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get a priest.
If you
Great.
could just get an actual like priest who like fully believes in the power of his own exorcism and not just like a I don't know, Latter-day Saint or whatever. If you got them in here, like they could exorcise the spirit from the Nganga.
Okay.
But that would not stop the Palameombe practitioner from being able to make a
Oh, Tuesday. I love your mind.
I don't know why these kids are throwing up the opportunity to take a man hostage and interrogate him. I put that right on the table. Magenta.
Okay, question. Are we still padlocked in the shed?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, isn't that our first problem? I
It's
feel
all
like
just
we're
Madeline
discussing-
being like, let me think about what I know. Like you're still in the shed.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Well, we should try to figure out how the fuck to get out of this. Can I lockpick out of here, or is that not possible since
No,
on the
the lock's
outside?
on the outside of the building.
What if we get their attention and we trick them to come inside?
You
and
have
then we...
one more hold that you could use,
Oh.
Madeline.
Do I? Wait, for questions?
Yeah, I think you could probably
Ooh.
ask what's our way out or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I would ask, yeah, what's the way out of the shed?
There's an axe with the tools.
Oh,
There's an axe with the tools. Everybody.
There are mirrors against the front two sides,
Oh
but like
God, okay.
know that the back does not have mirrors on it, but that doesn't mean that like hitting the walls wouldn't jostle the outside. But I mean, mirrors-
let's go. Let's jostle. Let's jostle this shit up. Let's go.
Okay.
Next time, baby.
okay.
If we're doing that, I feel like we might as well just shoot it.
An axe
That's
is
loud.
quieter-
An
is
axe
quieter
is-
The
than
mirror
a
is gonna
shotgun.
fall either way.
Yeah.
Like it's an axe
I'm
and a gun
saying
is
that
not
the
gonna
mirrors
change.
could
The GM's
potentially
telling
fall
you.
if
Okay.
you roll poorly.
Okay.
I'm not.
But if
I've
you-
got September with me, so I'm not taking the axe.
Okay, I'll take the axe.
Whoa, I'm
What do we
so
do here?
surprised.
we could just, because we're gonna make a lot of noise, most likely.
We could
And
just
who-
become friends with the spirit.
whoever is most concerned with the shed and knows what's in it, whether it be the wife, the guy, or that other guy, will probably be the one that comes to the shed. So we could potentially bust out and then still hide in the shed so that when they come to investigate, we jump them then.
Right.
They'd
We
be-
would
out
need to
of
get
your
September
mind.
to safety, but other than that,
You are out of your mind, Victor.
I
Oh,
am
fine.
on Victor's side this
I
one
think that's
time.
actually a good
Yeah,
idea.
actually, I
Are
think
you
it.
kidding me? Oh,
I mean, if you want to take the kid to the car, that's fine.
you guys would
but...
do very bad at game
I-
school.
I think we should do that idea and Madeline take the kid to the car ASAP and then come back.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds. That's
time.
Well,
I
no,
love
as
it.
in I don't know.
We're
I
gonna
can.
die.
I can throw a kid in my car pretty quickly.
We're gonna die.
And
Okay.
Why
What
do
are
you
you
know
doing?
that?
What's the
I'm
plan?
feeling it.
What's the plan?
I'm tired of them running out of my classes. Right, get in the car.
Or we just keep the kid in here for now. Either one. But I
so.
think I do like the idea of jumping the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
you-
So
what I'm
September's
saying.
like catatonic, right?
Yeah, she's pretty out of it.
Okay, I guess if we hide her in the corner in here. Oh my god.
This is
That's
just
so
awful.
horrible. I
This is
hate
horrible.
it.
Hmm.
I guess we can
What are you
just.
doing?
Oh, I guess we'll just leave the kid in the car. I don't want to do it, but nothing can get at her in here, hypothetically. So-
Hypothetically.
We're all here and we have guns and daggers.
okay, I just don't want to be responsible for this kid dying again.
We're all responsible.
I mean, you've done
it's
it
a shared
before, so you'll do it
responsibility.
again.
We won't think of you any worse than what we thought of you before, so it's fine.
Tuesday.
That is very true.
I just told you all about the Nganga. All right, can we not? I'm so helpful, and all everybody does is bully me.
So what are you doing?
I'm fuck me dead. I'm leaving the. I guess I'm gonna sit with the kid down here, and I'm gonna have my gun at the ready, and I'm gonna let the other three do the breaks. And if I hear them
Okay,
struggling, then I'll
So
pop out.
Madeline and September are staying in the like
Yes.
cellar with the dead bodies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yup.
Love
And
that.
Madeline has a magnum to protect them if
Yes.
anyone comes down. And what are the other three doing?
Okay, I say we
Ran.
leave the secret hatch open so that if
Okay.
somebody comes in with a light, they immediately see the hatch open. They're going to try to go down there. They're going to be too distracted. They're not going to check the corners. We're going to
Definitely.
stick to the corners and we're going to have somebody either axe the door down or just for maximum noise, shotgun the shit out of it. What
Okay.
do you guys think?
Yeah.
Okay.
And can you use the flashlight to like whack him over the head, maybe?
I have a gun. Well,
Well, no, we don't
okay,
want to.
I could
I
use
guess
the-
you could shoot him in the leg or something if you want to, but I would knock him out maybe.
Okay.
I'll go with the flash.
so
That's the
You
flashlight's
all
better. I
set
think.
up. You get in your positions, and Madeline is gonna shoot. Sorry, Magenta's gonna shoot the front door, but no one's gonna leave. Is that correct?
That seems to be the plan.
Yeah.
I think
Correct.
so.
So you are
I almost
in your,
want to
you're
suggest.
in your hiding positions.
Ugh.
And let's roll to see how well hidden you are before anyone comes in. So can you roll
Okay.
to act under pressure?
All of us, or
Yes.
Do I,
Because
or
if
just
any
them?
one of Madeline, you're fine. You're
Okay. I'm hitting.
Oh my god.
no.
I'm taking a lot.
Seriously?
Okay. Thank
okay.
you. Thank
so,
you.
Ooh, ooh.
remind me, what does your luck do Tuesday?
Oh, I get to see a vision.
Oh.
Oh no, sorry, my fate
Oh.
comes into play.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Your fate comes into play. Let me just.
That's
Okay.
luckily my fate is really happy.
Yeah.
So,
sounds good.
you do this, and you shoot the door, and you're all like hidden in position, ready, like with your AK-47 or whatever. And you wait, and you hear the sound of like the back door like slamming shut, and like multiple pairs of boots, like the obviously running across the grass. You hear the wind chimes go off. They're obviously not paying attention to their own like tripwires because they already know something's going on. And then like these people approach the shed, and you obviously broke a mirror when you shot the door. So you hear the like crunch of like glass underfoot. And then there's like some moments where there's no sound at all. And then you hear the sound of more glass breaking, and you smell all of a sudden the smell of alcohol and burning wood. And when you look up, you see the roof of the shed start to catch fire.
Oh, God.
Well, hey, it's my plan. It just went a different way than I thought.
Yeah. Is the guy coming out or no? Did he just throw a Molotov on the house? On the shed?
You could. Madeline, obviously, you're in the basement, so this
Yeah.
might not be as clear to you, but to everyone else, he's burning down the shed.
What did I tell you? That we were gonna die.
Oh, I'm gonna just yell for Madeline.
I would also like to thank everyone who filled the fuck shit up.
Oh, for
Oh.
God's
that'll
God. Thanks, everybody, for filling out
I like-
the function.
I do like you calling that out and being like, yeah, this is you guys did this. You
I
see
wasn't
all the
planning.
people you're killing? That's it.
That's
you did it.
them. Super.
God damn it.
I'm
Oh.
gonna grab
So what do you
September.
do?
Oh my God,
Okay.
what would you even do? Like, what would you like bend the shed down like with you in it? What would you even do?
I mean, they
Oh.
could see fairly clearly that like no one had left. There's a shot. Door was still closed.
I think we should axe everything down so that we could leave and just run and get out of here because
Well, we can
fuck
just
the
shove the door
Uganga.
open now, right? Or no?
Sorry, what?
Can we just shove the door open now?
I mean, yes, you absolutely could. But then you're not leading them into your trap. You're stepping out into theirs. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, we're pretty much screwed. Either we burn
I mean,
down
I
in
don't
here,
What
or
if- what if we
like
can
there's
stay in here
nothing.
before
What
it's
if we
done?
make
Just get
sounds
toasty.
to make them come in here and pretend to be like, I don't know, something, a
We can
dog.
have
What do you wanna
marshmallows
do?
together.
They probably wouldn't like it
Dog
if
with
you
a
said
gun.
you were destroying their Nganga. They probably wouldn't like that.
They lit the whole thing on fire.
Cast
We-
iron doesn't melt in normal fire conditions. The Nganga
I
would be
know.
fine.
You have already told them, you know that they know. So the only thing, like,
Huh.
you probably told them that you could also get like a priest, right?
Yeah, I told them that.
So
yeah.
the only thing that they might be persuaded by, and Madeline, you would probably be the most likely to know, would be if you acted like you were doing an exorcism.
Okay,
put
so do
that
I have
fire
to
out.
scramble up there and and yell at them
Yes.
and pretend I'm doing an exorcism?
Yep.
And you would have to roll for it.
Oh,
Roll to manipulate, roll to manipulate.
Great. Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna. Jeez. Can I like drag Victor down in my place so that he's keeping an eye on September instead?
Yes.
Okay. I do
Great.
that.
Cool.
Look after the kid. All right. I guess I'm gonna like. I guess I'll shout very loudly so they can hear me, but I don't want to be like visible to them. But I want to be. Able
I mean,
to
they
shout
do think
so
we're
loud
Mormons.
enough. They do think that we're Mormons. That's true. Okay.
They believe you're a priest.
Do I roll charm?
Yes.
Okay.
Mormon palm readers are
Does
breaking
anyone
into
want to
my
help me?
Can I help you? I'll help you.
Okay. Oh no, probably not because
In what way are you helping
repeating what I say
convince
exactly
them
after
that
me.
you're
Yeah.
doing an effective
I could-
exorcism?
I could do it.
I'm
They
a
saw it
Mormon
with you.
too.
I'm your like partner.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
strap-
She's just repeating what I say after I say it. So can Magenta help me?
Yeah. Roll what?
Cool. Wait until Blue Jay okays it or not.
Okay.
Because like
I don't know that a exorcism would appear to be more or less effective if multiple voices were saying it.
Okay, that's fine.
What if I'm just like, you know, like hyping you
Beatboxing.
on to
Yeah,
Could you scream or like does the spirit make noise?
Oh yeah, I could just like you know, kind of
Spirit
thing.
didn't make noise when it took September.
It's okay. I'll just roll, and maybe I'll.
I really
Can
don't.
I use my luck, or does that have to be a failure for me to use my luck?
An 8's not a failure.
Okay.
7 to 9 is you can convince them, but only if you do something right now to show that like you would have to show in some way that you are like a real live priest for them to be convinced. So you would have to probably use luck to make it a 12 plus for them to be fully convinced just by your words.
I'm gonna use luck. I don't have anything that I can think of. So I'm gonna use luck. All I can think of is like spraying the Molotov as if it's like holy water, but that putting alcohol in an Nganga is probably bad.
I was gonna say.
Well, and it's inside and they're outside, so like that's not something.
Yeah, it wouldn't really help. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my luck and turn it into a 12. And my luck thing is that I'm pretty sure it's the Mundane's luck special. So I think it's that I suddenly find something useful. I could be wrong though. Let me double check.
Let's take a look. See. Mundane. You can mark off to either change your roll you just made to 12 or change a wound. Where does it say? I think it might be on your character sheet. I feel like my book's out of date.
Okay, so it is. Wait, where's my luck special? Why doesn't it say?
Trigger your playbook's luck special. When you spend luck, you discover something happening now is related to something you were involved in years ago. That's the luck special for the expert.
Why can't I find the mundane luck special? I'm so sorry. It's
literally... I mean, you can just make a new character sheet and make it the mundane instead and just look at it. Because I just don't have it in my book.
Let me try really quickly. Heck. In which everything is suddenly paused while the thing burns down. While we're here, have you heard of our Patreon?
Hey, in 7 patrons, we'll be doing a honey heist, which is basically it's genuinely a very cool thing where you play some bears, and
intriguing.
I think there's only 2 roles that you can do.
Yeah,
and it's just like
either criminal or bear.
Yeah, criminal. Yeah. You roll for criminal or bear.
It's fun, and our patron has a minimum. The lowest thing is £3, and you get a bunch of fun stuff. Anyway, it's that you find something weird and possibly useful. That's the.
Okay, so when you use luck, you find something weird and possibly useful.
Yeah.
Time machine.
Like how last time I found a twig so that I could break the cycle.
I feel like when you're frantically like yelling the words of an exorcism, which for some reason Madeline just knows because she's researched exorcism before. Trying to convince the people outside that you're going to effectively dismantle their nganga despite being a faithless, I don't know, word, a faithless noun that I'm not going to use. And what you discover, probably because the roof is starting to catch fire back here, and I don't know, something about the heat or whatever. The walls had been covered with tarps and canvas, and something about like the movement of the smoke or whatever, like some of the tarps start to fall, and you see that the walls of the back part of the shed are covered with bones and crosses and symbols and like shrunken heads and like sticks of various sizes. Like the nganga obviously like had its own stuff, but on the walls behind the mirror is like even more Palo Mayombe accoutrement, damning evidence, bits and pieces of bone, teeth, just like tiny portraits of people from like the 1700s and just tons of stuff on the walls.
In which Victor has a field day of memorabilia.
Taking it all.
Victor's in the basement.
Oh, true. Good point.
But you do effectively, because you got a 12 plus, you do effectively convince the people outside that you are performing an exorcism on the Nganga. And so they kick in the door that had been like blown apart by shotgun shells. And since you all had been effective in your hiding places and like not much time has passed, you get the first shots. Victor and Victor's downstairs. Tuesday
I'm
and
not, yeah.
Magenta. A man with a large booted foot like kicks down, splinters the door that's partially on fire.
I think I'd like to use the chain aspect of my dagger and just try like throw it over him to restrain.
Okay, can you make a roll for me? I think it's, what is it, plus tough, or let me look. We haven't done any violence yet.
No, this is our first violence of this mystery, I think.
Yes,
Go
it's
team.
plus
Aw.
tough. Do a violence.
Do a violence. Frick.
Cool.
That's a failure.
Mm.
Experience, yay!
And before we do the results of this roll, Magenta, would you also like to attack? Because you're probably doing this simultaneously, right?
Yeah, I'll attack as well. Is it tough?
It's tough. Mm-hmm. Cool. Are either of you using your luck?
Don't, I swear to God.
I've used so much luck, and I just don't think that it's good to do more.
Magenta?
No, I won't use it. I just want to see what happens.
Okay. Do I get a shot at all or no? Because I'm busy
You're in
chanting.
the back room yelling about an exorcism.
Okay, I'm busy.
Okay. So what happens is he kicks in the door, and because the roof was already on fire and weakened, it partially collapses, and both of you are going to take some damage from that.
Oh.
It partially collapses in the front part of the building where you were hidden. So Madeline and Victor are okay because that's like the back half and it's not fully on fire yet. But you will be taking how much harm would you have? I think that a burning roof collapsing on you would deal 3 harm. So both of you take 3 harm.
Oh, how fun.
You feeling fine?
I'm glad you healed me before.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
It's lucky that none of us have any prior damage to this fight.
Yes. Yeah, good
Yeah.
thing we are
Great.
all
So
healthy.
Madeline and Victor, you're in the back and you hear the kicking in of the door, and Madeline, you're like, yes, they've triggered our trap, haha. And then you hear the sound of the roof collapsing and perhaps some screams from your fellow people.
Oh.
And you look over to where Magenta had been standing, partially like covered by the 2x4 door area, and you see, like, I don't know, maybe the roof is collapsed on like her leg and she's like pulling herself out of the burning like roof fragments and 2x4s.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go to try and like shoot the guy in the leg. Because in my head, if I try and pull them up from where they are, he's just gonna hurt me. So I'm just gonna try and shoot the guy in the leg.
You can also roll an attack.
Okay, is that tough? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Mixed success.
Okay. You can. You and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers of the game. What's the harm rating of your weapon?
3.
So you deal him 3 harm. Let me just. He's super happy about that.
He loves it. If I shoot him and he heals himself like Hannah did, I will
Yeah.
lose it. I will just
He's a fan.
die.
He's a fae.
He's a fae.
No, he definitely like like yells / shrieks when he gets shot by the bullet. But you also feel a hand wrap around your ankle, and when you turn around, you realize that in order to get the shot off, you'd stepped right in front of the mirror, and before you can react, you are pulled through it, and it's sort of like you just completely lose consciousness.
I'm tired of the malarkey. I just want to live.
You're not aware of the situation in the mirrorverse, perhaps because it's like completely outside of your ability to comprehend. But you come to when you fall on your ass on the grass outside of the shed, pushed out of another mirror, and you take 2 harm from being inside an extra dimensional mirror portal.
Okay, I hated
But it's
that.
mostly psychological, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay. Is it my quote unquote 10? Is it Vector's like 10 now? Or
Yeah, it's Victor.
Yeah.
Did we
Victor, do you
see-
take
oh, no.
action?
I would like to. Yeah. Is there anything I can see? I mean, I just saw our
You
I don't know, our
can
guy
poke your
get
head
shot.
out of the like dugout basement.
Yeah.
And you could definitely do that in time to see Madeline get pulled through a mirror. But there is a gentleman standing in, like, you probably can't see him right here because he's like standing in the doorway of the other room. But Magenta is on her butt, injured but not like incapacitated in any way, just can't take a turn yet because it's your turn. And the other man who was yelling, so you can probably hear where he was, is like standing like right in the shed doorway that he kicked down, like, which is also right in front of like a direct corridor to the other doorway.
Yeah. And he's shot right now. Yeah, and I did
He has
see that
been
actually
shot.
happen.
Yes, he took damage. It happened.
I don't know if I want to shoot him again because that was a leg shot, and we're not trying to kill him, but also he's like a huge danger.
I mean, he's not down. You know what I mean? Like you can shoot the other.
Yeah,
leg.
if he's still standing, I think I'll take another shot. I'm gonna use my
Okay.
holdout pistol, aim at his leg, probably the same leg, I guess, since the first bullet didn't do it.
Okay, so
and
will you roll tough?
boom. Okay.
You got a 2. Would you like to use
You
luck
got a
or
nat.
Yeah, let's just use
one.
luck.
This is
Luck.
unbelievable.
what is your
Woohoo.
luck special, Victor? Oh, it's something about like
You can tell me what other conspiracies this connects to. I
Right.
don't know. There was the glass and the arm and the pulling. Maybe that's. I don't know. I noticed something amazing.
So you get the shot off, and how much damage does your weapon do?
It's 2 harm, and it does have like a reload and a bunch of other stuff I have to deal
And
with.
because you get a 10 plus, because you were using your you get 12 or whatever, you get to choose 1 extra effect. You gain the advantage, take 1 forward, or give 1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, so +1. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them instead. Pick 1. No, wait. Pick 1 extra success.
I think I get 2.
Oh yeah,
Or-
you just pick 1 of those in addition to doing your damage.
Oh, okay. Is it
But-
unreasonable to try to force them into the burning shed? Like shoot him and he stumbles forwards or something ridiculous?
I mean, he wouldn't necessarily stumble forward, but he could stumble back into the burning roof that injured Tuesday.
That's what I'd like. I'd like him to stand in some fire.
Okay, so it feels like you're wanting him to suffer more harm is the basic thing, right?
Sure. Yeah, let's
Whether
go
it's
for
the
that.
fire or the shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this will probably be where we wrap up then, because you shoot him, and maybe you were aiming for his leg, and you do shoot him in the leg, but I don't know how much Victor knows about like arteries or anything,
Oh,
but you
God.
shoot him in a place that is fatal, very quickly.
Okay, awesome. Nice.
And he stumbles back into the fire where like around where Tuesday was. And Tuesday, like maybe you see this and other people don't because like you're the chosen one and all that stuff. But like he stumbles back into the fire, and as he's like screaming and burning and dying, which is super great and not at all totally scarring.
I beheaded someone the other week. It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We're
All
traumatized
good.
as is.
You see the shadow of like several different forms of various like sizes and you see what looks like they're like hands shaped out of the smoke of the flames, like gather him in, and they take like you see like a smoky form that appears to be like his own form, like grabbed up by these spirit smoke arms, and the face of this spirit of Jordan is like screaming as they like grab at his smoky form as his flesh form just like falls to the ground, and like tear it to pieces, and then like it's all just the crackle of the fire and the wood and just like otherwise silence.
Nice.
Radical.
Neat.
It's totally awesome.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
assuming that you just get out of the fiery inferno.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
September
so.
comes with us. Please don't forget.
I'd like
Victor.
that, yeah.
I
Don't
won't do
forget
that
the
to you.
kid.
Oh, John, is she still
So
like actually
you
chained up?
you all stumble out of the fiery burning shed, and you have September with you. Like maybe Victor is carrying her, and you're like burned and injured. Like one's like Magenta's got her leg, and Tuesday's got like an arm or shoulder that's like got a burn injury. And like you stumble out of the shed to where Madeline is like butt on the grass, kind of like going, "What the fuck just happened to me?" And you see standing on the back porch of the house, not approaching you or making any steps towards you, the shape of a woman and another man just like staring at you, and then like crawling and then like pulling themselves up. The like child was like, "What's happening?" Like looks out at the fire, but also remains on the porch. Like maybe the mom just like puts her hand on the like kid, and they don't like make any move to stop you as you like take the child and like run out to the car or anything. Like they don't do anything. And the behind you, the several mirrors, most of which have now fallen, reflect the flames as the shed just like continues burning into the night. Eventually you hear like the sounds of a fire truck on its way, because there is like woods right behind this house. And like as you look back, like no one approaches the building, the shed in any way. Like nothing happens in the house. And then like as maybe you're like peeling off, like trying to get the fuck out of there, you see the light to the bedroom just like go off again.
Wait, what?
The light in the bedroom went on when they like came to investigate. Like someone went back in the house and just like turned the light back off.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
Do we want to storm the house?
after
I don't know
credits
if we have
scene.
time. Yeah.
After credit scene, sure, do it.
After credits scene of Magenta breaking into the house.
I just want to start blasting.
She just wants. I was gonna say she
Do
just
you
wants that
want
bullet
to
back from the
break into
kid.
house and kill those people? Is that something you want to have
I
done?
mean,
or-
Madeline would want that, but
Really?
yeah, well, Madeline's super like if they're an enemy, then neutralize them. But like, she's not very like be aggressive to random people.
I
is
will
her,
tell
like,
you
outlook.
that there is a fire truck that comes to the house and like
Yeah.
goes to put out the fire, and like the people come out, and like if you're staying here to watch this happen, like with September in your car, which isn't a great situation to be in, by the way. She was kidnapped or disappeared. But if you're staying to watch, like the firefighters come, the people in the house act as though they had just woken up. Like, if you look, like the person who is like the shape of the man is not Jordan, like it's not him, like it's not like he's got two of his own self. So it's like a different man. Maybe it's an uncle. Like you didn't find that out. He wasn't on like the roster as like living in the house.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I feel
and
like I
like
would
they
go
would
with it.
pretend, they act like they just woke up and were super surprised that the shed was on fire, and they like go out and they're like, "Oh my god," and like the firemen like put the fire out, and like I don't know how much you stay to see.
I feel like we would like leave ish because obviously we're gonna be like incriminated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got to
You
get
have
out of here.
September in your car.
yeah, I'm like that's
That's-
kind of that
Yeah.
looks really bad.
That's the worst bit. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably
so
drive
you
September.
leave?
Yeah, we would leave. Yeah,
What do you do with September?
I would take her back to her house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like drop from
So
the
the
doorstep,
scene
ring the
then
doorbell, and
is
run.
like you leave with the flames of the shed burning behind you and the like red flashing lights of the sirens from the fire truck, and you drive like a little bit around. It's very close. It's just through the woods to the house that you remember seeing September at, that she went missing from. And we see you like pull up to her house, and like I don't know how many of you get out of the VW bug. Maybe you've given her a jacket of some sort, or maybe she's just shivering and clutching her like very dirty clothes around her. What do you do?
I would take her out of the car, and if everyone wants to come with me,
Is it just Madeline?
it's
It'd
just
probably
me.
be best. I think
Okay.
it might be best.
I'll
This is-
go.
Yeah.
I'll just go. I would take September up to the door, and I would just like probably ring the doorbell, and then once I could hear people like coming to the door, I would like scoot and leave her on the doorstep.
Okay. So you do so, and like she's definitely just like barely able to stand. So maybe she like leans against the wall as you leave her there. And then the door like jerks open as you're like going back to your car in the dark. And you see like her mother just like immediately start crying and like gather her up into her arms. And she's not even paying any attention to anyone else. Like she's just like, my daughter. And then like her dad also like comes out, and it's like they're all clustering in the doorway, petting the head of their daughter, who is just like standing there like wide and glassy eyed, like kind of in shock, receiving the hugs from her parents, until like at one point she appears to like wake up a little bit and return their like hugs and start crying. Do you stay or do you leave?
Probably leave.
Probably
I would
s-
hope
I
that
would
we
leave.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah,
that's like
leave.
creepy, just staring and watching like,
Especially
family.
where's our daughter been? They've been kidnapped for ages.
Mm.
Full of strangers.
Right.
That
So you
stuff.
pull away in the dark, and they're too busy paying attention to the fact that they just got their daughter back to like I don't know, get a license plate or anything like that. And you like pull away in the vehicle. And yeah, cut to a McDonald's parking lot as like two of you have burn wounds and the other two are just like a little smudge, like smoke covered, and like you order a McFlurry, and then we cut to credits.
Yay.
Yay,
Mental
Oreo
scarring and
McFlurry.
McFlurries.
Fucking McDonald's sponsorship that we are sorely overdue, honestly.
Honest.
Absolutely.